3, 2. Hello and good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Tom Dobney Field here for the last game here on the MC5 Sports Podcast and H as the Portsmouth Clippers take the field. Alongside me is Tom Rupp. Hello and good evening, Tom, as we are back here for our last and final game.
It's great to be back here, Nick. I'm really excited about this game. I know it's the last game for both these teams, but I think this is going to be a great matchup. Every year, Spaulding, Portsmouth, they put up great games. So we're looking forward to having a lot of fun tonight.
Yes, absolutely, and that's why we are going to have so much fun here. Even though we're on the Portsmouth side, we're usually on our Spaulding side, unfortunately. So this should be an interesting little take for
You are a Portsmouth grad.
Yes, I am.
Portsmouth,
absolutely. Yes, I'm guilty as charged.
And I'm not a grad from either of these schools. I'm not from around here, but my kids went to school in Spaulding. But it's, we're here to call a good game. I'm, like I said, really excited about it. Senior night here for Portsmouth.
Absolutely.
Going to be a big night for them. We saw this last week when Dover came into Spaulding. It was a winless Spaulding team that was able to pull off the victory. Portsmouth facing the same thing tonight.
You look at number one, yes, it's windy out today, as you could tell for some of you fine folks out there who are watching this game.
All the Knicks stuff is flying all over the place.
Yeah, I know, all my press stuff and everything, and it's going to be an interesting night. It's been warm for a while. Yesterday was 85 degrees in Portsmouth, and now we've got a little bit of a wind chill going through here.
Still warm out, still probably 65 degrees. Great football weather.
The climate change has been really something to just watch this and got to hand it, and with this everything that's going on. But we are outside here with the press.
We are outside. We're with the fans, with the band, with the really, really great atmosphere here at Dunley Field.
We're ready for rock and roll time here as a minute and 58 as we get ready for the annual coin toss. Brought to you in part by our sponsors, Durham House of Pizza, located on 40 Main Street, Durham, New Hampshire, 03824. Call them for your next slice. As I lose my sponsors here for a second. Hold on 1 minute as we have our other ones around here somewhere. We also have... here it is. There it is. There it is, the good old sponsor page. We've got... Bob's Automotive Towing and Wrecking, located in Dover, New Hampshire, 211 Central Ave. Call them for your next tow, 24-hour towing service. Call them at 603-742-9709. Carlos Advisors, LLC, 185 Dartmouth Street, 6th floor, 02116. Believe in a better financial planning today. Call Jim Abbott at 617-507-1404. Former UNH hockey player. Hayden Sports, 44 Main Street, Durham, New Hampshire, 03824. Call them for your next sporting event, 603-868-2096.
I'm looking over the roster
sorry,
for
yes.
Portsmouth. No, you're good. I'm looking over the roster for Portsmouth. This is different for me because I'm not PA announcing.
Yes, I know. This is wild.
So I'm going over the roster, and for those that don't know, I used to coach middle school here at Rochester, and we played Portsmouth for years and years, played on this field. And I'm going over some of these names, and Will Fagan, who's one of the senior captains out there, number 37. Porter Lalime, he's out there too. These are all kids that I played against and coached against years ago when I was coaching for the Rochester Little Raiders. So really exciting to finish this season off with these two teams and being able to see all these kids play this last game of the year.
Absolutely, and it's amazing to see that how much they've grown over the years.
Yeah.
And now they're shaking the hands and both getting their respective territories here. We're going to try and zoom in just a smidgen if we can. And here we go. As Tom Kozakowski has got the mic so far. So
try to get a little refocus here.
Yeah, there we go. We got
good.
a much better one. Thank you very much. It's always good to have it. And now we will get ready for the national anthem, wherever that flag might be. It used to be off in the corner back when I was here.
Well, I think our OTC program will probably present the colors tonight.
Yes.
Any disruptive and/or abusive language towards our officials
It's so much different having headphones on. I got
I know.
one ear off here just to hear what Tom Kozakowski's saying up
Yes,
there.
oh yes.
Another Tom being the public
I know,
address
right?
announcer
2
here.
Toms.
That's exciting.
2 T's. But yes, this should be a real exciting game. The atmosphere here in Portsmouth has always been wild, crazy. It's gonna be one of those games. So
here we go for the national anthem.
And here we go.
Under the direction of Mr. Eric Gagnon. Anyone wearing a hat or cap, please remove them.
Well orchestrated there. Well orchestrated indeed by the Portsmouth Clippers marching band.
School bands are always fantastic.
Oh,
to hear.
absolutely, yes. Even the Spaulding Red Raiders band, when I heard them play, they always have that last ending of the national anthem.
Yeah.
This was just simple. It went right to that point.
Yeah, I mean, it is always fun to listen to everyone's renditions. The national anthem before every game hits home to me. I've got nephews in the military. My son's going to be commissioning in the Air Force after he's done with his ROTC.
Nice.
So we are in full support of our troops here. It's really exciting and good to have people pay tribute toward this great country.
Exactly, and that's what we always do here on the MC5 Sports Podcast at H here right now. And starting off with the football, I believe will be...
Just a little bit of an adjustment there.
Yes, that's all right.
So it looks like Spaulding's kicking off.
Yep, Spaulding's going to kick off, so they'll get it in the second half.
Yep.
This kickoff is brought to you in part by our friends from Sweet Meadows Flower Shop on Portland Ave in Dover, New Hampshire. Visit them for your next experience if you need flowers. Sweet Meadows Flower Shop.
So Eli Benjamin kicking off here.
And here
Kicks
we go.
it deep.
And that's a perfectly good kick right down. And Portsmouth will take it up, and they're going to try and run it through a little tickety-tap and knocks him down.
Demetrius Securis, I guess. I have not rehearsed these names at all.
Yes,
so
it's all right. It's all right.
Demetrius took the ball down at the 10, brought it out to about the 40-yard line. Good 30-yard return for Portsmouth to start out here. Portsmouth is a spread offense, and they're a fast offense. They go no huddle a lot. They want to keep teams on their toes. You're going to see a lot of that tonight. Just go from the Portsmouth offense.
Absolutely. 11:54 left to play. Still no score. We're right at the 40-yard line.
Look, shotgun out there.
Yeah. Oh, there was motion right there on Spaulding.
Yeah. Looks like offsides there.
And we talked about this about 2 games ago. Spaulding with the flag playing, and that's right back at it.
Well, this is their last official game of the season. Yep. So the emotions are high. People are amped up, and get it out of your system now. That's fine.
Yep.
So you got looks like Andy Brown at quarterback here. Mm-hmm. Nope. Yep. Andy Brown's at quarterback, flanked over there by Portsmouth line.
And there's a quick handoff right here and taken down right on the line of scrimmage, it looks like.
Maybe a gain of 1. Yep, about a gain of 1. So 2nd and 4 here.
Yep. And it is very windy here.
Yeah, I mean, that's the one thing whenever you come down to the seacoast is you get the ocean breeze. And it's windy everywhere. The wind definitely picked up today, but it's definitely going to play a factor. You said it when we were off the air.
Yes.
Deep balls are going to be a little bit tougher to come by.
Exactly. I mean, if you're kicking it, it's one thing. Kicking it into the wind, and there's
Quarterback
a fake handoff.
keeper, yep.
Yeah, and
Looks like
he will
close to the first down.
Yeah, that's very close to a first down from our angle right
the
here.
The ref looks like they spot it right on the 50 there. That's good for a first down.
Yep.
That was a keeper by Andy Brown.
Yep.
Their junior quarterback out there. This Portsmouth team graduated a lot of seniors last year. They were a really, really good team last year. They had to replace a whole bunch of players this year. They always, I mean, you look at the sideline, it is full from 30 to 30. They're just players all up and down the sideline.
Oh, yes. They've always had stacked numbers, and it's, even when they added the merge with Oyster River, an excellent pass indeed. Yep. And there it is. I believe that's going to be a first down and 10 right there.
That's Ian Bliss, it looks like. Pass complete.
Second down.
Yep. Pushed out of bounds there.
Yep. He knocked one of the chain gang guys over, and I got it like, oh, okay, so that's a first down.
They're trying to make sure I get the numbers right there. That looked like that was pass complete to number 1, Ian Bliss on the sideline.
10:41 left. No score yet. Portsmouth with the ball here in this first quarter.
You're moving
Man in motion right here. Hands it off to number 1. Jalil jet sweep here. Yep. Nice play by Spaulding as Max Drea slams and bams down one player, and he's saying, hey, how are you?
Yeah, that was like number action there, number 1 on number 1. But Ian Bliss there got over the line to gain, crossed the 40-yard line, picks up the first down for Portsmouth. They're still moving the chains.
Yep. That's the one thing about Portsmouth High School. They do know how to move their chains up, and then once they get to that goal line, things could change in a matter of minutes.
Yeah.
So Spaulding and them have a pretty similar story in that whole lineup.
It looks like handoff to
nice handoff to number 17 right there. Yep.
Yep, big gain by Porter there. Gain of 12 on that one. I'm sitting here and I'm going, brings the ball down to the 27-yard line. I'm feeling like the public address announcer. It's a little bit of an adjustment.
I actually have the other mic if you need it, to have that public addresser moment.
Just to get the feel for the other games that we do.
Yes, absolutely.
I like this better though. This is a lot more comfortable for me.
It gives you that more comfortable feel, you know. And there's a handoff to Porter or Lime again, and Porter is met by a whole bunch of Spaulding Red Raiders.
That was a good blitz, middle linebacker Colby Lambert with a good blitz there. Gets him right behind the line of scrimmage.
Absolutely, yes. And that was a good tackle right there. Closed the gap up. No problems.
I think if you're Spaulding, you actually kind of want to force Portsmouth into a passing game. I know your passing defense hasn't been the best this year, but you really want to try to get them into throwing into this wind.
Right, and the quarterback, Andy Brown, last time when he threw the ball, when I saw him in Dover, there's a throw right there. Launch, and whoa!
No flag.
No flag on the play, but he did try and jump over.
Number 11, Zach Hall. That ball was thrown a little behind Zach there. Coverage down the field. I actually don't even know.
I apologize to my viewers. I didn't move the camera, unfortunately. So
yeah, Jacob Osier on the coverage there. He didn't turn, so I'm a little surprised of the no call, but the contact was at the last minute. Ball was thrown behind the player. So it brings up 3rd and long, 3rd and 10. This is the situation.
Remember we said 3rd downs have been a tough situation. Yep. Here's another throw, launch, up in the air, end zone, touchdown, Portsmouth.
Wide open. That was back again to Zach Hall.
Yep.
Number
11, Zach Hall got that one.
He snuck behind George Whitehead there. George Whitehead, number 9.
It was a well-placed lob pass.
It took a little time to develop. I give full credit to the offensive line in that play. Gave him the time to sit back there, wait for him to get behind the defense, just drop it in the bucket from there.
Yes, and it was very, very interesting. We do have a student section apparently right in front of us, so hopefully we won't have to. So hopefully they see what's
tipped.
going on. He doinked it
Yeah, it
right
got
off
tipped.
the pipe.
Tipped on the line there. That was good. Nice job.
Yes. Oh, so it's going to be 6-0 Portsmouth with 9:08 left.
We're right over the top of the fans' heads. We're perfect.
Yes. Oh, yes.
We'll try to get here. We'll try to have everyone get a little bit close.
We can always do this. I can raise it a little bit and try and get a little bit higher.
Yeah, sorry about this, folks. With the fans coming in a little bit late, we're going to try to adjust here on the fly.
Yeah, and there we go. And we got a little bit higher of an angle, so that's perfect right there. So
you're good.
The Portsmouth Clipper fans are very nice over here, so they're giving us a little bit of.
Your heads, you're perfect. You guys are perfect.
Yep, you guys are perfect. So.
I have my own little mute.
I know, isn't that awesome? I don't, unfortunately, but hey.
I'll gift you these headsets as soon as we're done after this. I've got more of them. I'm fun.
I like it. It's great. We're gonna have to do some hockey games or something.
I don't know nearly much about hockey, but I love the game, the sport. It's a lot of fun. It would be really exciting.
Yeah. The wind blew the ball right there, as you could see.
Yeah, it does get gusty.
Yes. We did say wind was going to be a factor, and with the kick, I kind of think there is going to be a factor here for the last game of the season. And here comes the snap.
Yep.
And it's a short pooch.
A short one, bounces around.
And bounces it right to number 87. Lambert's running. He's going through like a Mack truck on heavy wheels.
We talked about Kobe in the past. He's got wheels. He can move. He's worked really hard on his vision on the field, so he's able to find those holes and seams. And one of the hardest things to do is when kids come out of youth, middle school, and so on and so forth, is to get them to stop just running for the sidelines. Mm-hmm. Everyone thinks that they're just faster than everyone else and run to the sidelines. Getting players to actually follow their blockers, it's a great thing to see some of these players do. So when you're watching this and you're watching some guys making those seams up the middle, they're following their blockers.
And they just go right to the gaps. That's what you got to do.
So they're packing down. This is the offense that Spaulding has worked for a while.
And there's a nice handoff to Cortina right there. Cortina just pushes it right through like the sled in practice.
The offensive coordinator that was calling the plays for Spaulding took a leave at the end of the season.
Okay.
He had some other things going on. He had to leave the team. I don't know who's calling the plays right now for them. I haven't seen over there, but it is different. I think it is actually Coach Hodgson doing both the offense and the defense.
Wow, he's got his plate full now.
He's got his plate full right now, so he's got his guys up top talking. I think you're going to see some different formations from them. I don't think you're going to continue to see the double wing all game long. You're going to start with it. They're going to try to push. They're going to try to hammer down on Portsmouth a little bit.
Yep.
And I think you're going to see him open the field up.
Tyler Lindsay has a little pitch and toss to number 24, Tyler Lindsay, as he tries to slip and dip. He might have crossed. I can't quite tell.
Looks like they're going to mark him about a foot or so short.
Yeah, a little close.
Yep. This Portsmouth team, this team has had a tough year. They have not won a game yet in New Hampshire football, but they have played better than their record to show.
Oh, yeah. You can't always go by what you see on paper.
They're a fast team. They're a tough team. They love to hit. It's definitely going to be a lot of fun watching this game.
Yes, and like when they played Dover, they put on a good show in the first half.
Yeah,
then it's like suddenly Dover just turned out the lights and
QB sneak here, trying to push it right up the middle.
Yeah, Max Drea on that nice little QB.
Right on the line. Right on the line.
Are they going to give it to him is the big question.
Yeah. This could call for a measurement.
Does he have enough stretch?
You're looking at it. We got the stands that keep coming up in here, so we're going to do that. It looks like they're going to try to adjust it, so we're going to try to adjust the camera here just a little bit to stay over the top.
Yeah.
We're going to try to stay just over the top of these fans' heads here.
Yep.
We got a little bit towards that end. We'll have to adjust as we go down towards the end. But beautiful scoreboard, beautiful field here.
Oh, yes. Tom Domney Field. This was built in 2000. They remodeled it in 2010. So.
Yep. I've coached on this field. I love this field. It's always a fast field. So you want to get your fast players out there, get them out in space, and try to run past the defense. Hard to see from here. Looks like first down.
First down. They're going to give it to him.
Yep.
It's going to be a first down and 10 Red Raiders on this one.
Looks like that was Max Drana on the sneak and was able to get the 1 yard for the first down there.
So hopefully we'll be able to see over these fans once we get to the end
zone. Yeah, we'll be fine. I'm tall enough. I can see over all of them. Nick, you might have a little bit of a harder time.
I
You
know.
might have to stand
I'm
on
a
the
short
bench
guy.
over
I
here.
can't help myself sometimes. I think it's just the
Back to Cortina.
and there's a nice little slip right in the middle for Cortina. We did say Spaulding was going to run the ball, so I mean that was put in the paper.
I mean that's their MO. That's what they've done every game, and it's working right now. They're a power blocking team. Right, so you want to have these tight formations in power block. Just try to open up a hole and try to push 5 yards. And when you got a runner like Cortina out there, 5 yards at a shot is all you need.
Yep, and that's all you really need. He can run, he can tuck, he can roll, get it in there.
Yep.
And the Portsmouth fans trying to get the team into it as it's a handoff to 87.
To the outside,
Lambert to the outside, sweeps it right in.
He looks like he's good for the first down.
He was good for a broomstick and a dustpan on that one, Tom.
Yeah, Andrew Niley-Craig on the edge there. He's playing the corner position out there. Lambert got just inside of him, made a nice little quick move, made him adjust, got to the outside, enough for 5 yards for the first down.
Exactly. Beautiful play right there. You get some of those Portsmouth Clipper fans in your camera. In the camera a little bit.
We'll continue to adjust it a little bit.
Yeah, exactly. We got plenty of time here. Portsmouth trying to hold up. It looks like they're pulling a blitz on Spaulding.
Oh, he's wide open.
Throw wide open.
Oh,
he just missed it. Just a little bit that one.
That was a little bit of a type of an Exeter thing there, where you have your wingback or your tight end just slip out and get in front of everyone. He was open. The shot was there. That was a good play call. The shot was there.
It was. They wanted to put both teams up on the board. So this is a good opportunity. So
and we've seen Tyler Lindsay in the past. He's got pretty good hands. So again, good play call there. And the hard part is, and we've seen this from games in the past, is you can come out strong and you can make these plays. Can you continue to have success? You can't continue to call the same play time after time after time.
Oh yeah, and then once teams figure it out, they'll be like, shut it down, and there it is. It's like okay, you gotta. It's like a pitcher, as we were talking about the last time. He's got to have a curveball. He's got to have a fastball, or he's got to have a sinker. And if he doesn't, mix it up, the batter's going to be like, oh, he's just throwing fastballs down the middle.
I mean, that's sort of what happened on that play. They went back to Tyler Lindsay to the edge. They've run the edge now with Lindsay twice or Cortina twice up the middle. So you want to try to vary that out a little bit and try to get Cortina on the outside now like this.
And there's a quick handoff right there.
Good play.
Fumble for Spaulding as it drops down.
I think they got it back, though.
They did get it back
Port of
from
the
what it
Lime
looks
with
like.
A great tackle there. Port of the Lime did a great job getting right through. I think he's playing the outside linebacker position. He went untouched and met Cortina right in the backfield.
Yeah, that was a hard hit, and you got to be concerned about the knee there for a second. That was a little bit of a twist of fate.
That's something we always talk about. Now, after this, I know both teams, this is their last official game of the season, but after this, there's talks about having a consolation game.
Yeah.
Where you can play some of the other teams that didn't make the playoffs. And you talk about that right there where you get that hit. If you're a player who's maybe getting scouted, do you really want to go into that game?
So they are going to do a consolation game? Is that what they're...
Supposedly they are. I guess it's up to each team if they want to be able to take part in it or not.
Yeah, I think that would be a great idea, like an annual turkey bowl, or something along that line.
I think it'd be a great idea because they could have another home game and I could do another game addressing the crowd.
Yeah, exactly. Well, you and I can be back on the mic. Yeah. Give these kids another chance. And then here's a quick little... Max Strea gets met. And wait a minute. He's still up, and he's taken down. Oh, man. Portsmouth.
Caden
Ochala, I think.
Caden Pachali.
Caden Pachali made that big tackle. Yep. 1, 2, 3, 4. There was a whole lineup right there.
Senior lineman. That's going to be a thing. If you want to get into a passing attack, you have to pass block. That play... They put both of their tight ends out. They were covered just fine by the safeties. And the defensive ends, they're playing a 5-man front. They just went right by. Not a problem at all for them in that way. That was great defensive play calling there by Portsmouth.
Portsmouth, indeed.
The Portsmouth Clipper Cats.
The Portsmouth Clipper Cats. I have to bend down because my headset is not as long as yours. So, and here we go as Portsmouth does the handoff, and that's handed off to number 17 right there, and he is thrown out of bounds.
Jacob Ozier on the tackle out of bounds there.
Thank you.
There we go. We'll just move the board here a little bit. This should be good.
Yeah, exactly. We'll just raise this up just a smidge.
Oh, someone's down.
Yep, we have a player down here.
I don't know who that is. Looks like it's number 23.
Yep, for the Spaulding Red Raiders. We'll take a quick little break and be back in a moment here on the MC5 Sports, our proud sponsor, Durham House of Pizza. Durham House of Pizza, 40 Main Street, Durham, New Hampshire, 03824. Stop in for your next slice. We'll be back in a minute. Here we go.
All right, we're back at action here. Looks like Garrett Dollaher went down a little bit, and it looks like a pistol offense this time. Single wing pistol offense for Portsmouth.
Yep, and there's a nice little handoff
to put on the line. Hunter Patch, literally that was.
He was grabbing his T-shirt like it was at a T-shirt sale.
He had just a bit of the shirt, and it was just all muscle, just get him to the ground, but. Another nice, again, 3-4 yards out of whack. They're playing a spread offense, but they're running up the middle. So they're trying to spread out the outside linebackers and keep one-on-one up the middle. And it's been working so far for Portsmouth. 2 backs in the backfield this time.
That's the thing I couldn't figure out, and now you explained it when they lost to Dover. You know, Dover figured out Portsmouth, and, you know, they were running it, and there's another run, Lime again.
Yep, he went behind. Will Fagan was the other guy in the backfield. There's a flag down here.
Yep,
so let's
we got a
see
flag, and it could go on Portsmouth here.
It's sort of that play where it could be a hold or a block in the back or something like that. Let's see what the ref says. One of the officials is really heatedly talking to the Portsmouth sideline, holding on the offense. Yep,
and this is going back to Portsmouth.
Yep, so that's going to go back 10 yards. It'll still say third down for them. Oh, my God, I'm getting in my PA days. That'll be a 10-yard penalty. Still third down.
Then what was it? The referee that stands next to us, long third down and one, we always say.
We go in our debates whether it's a short 2 or a long 1.
Short 2, long 1, yeah.
So we're now at third down back on their side of the field. To me, this is kind of obvious passing situation. If I'm Spaulding, I'm going to go zone here. I don't want to go one-on-one and just have their safeties. Looks like they got trips to the far side of the field.
And here they go. One man to the right. Takes the throw.
Low pass.
Excellent pass to number 11. And he's got a little room and a little bit more room. He had some wheels on that.
Yep, Zach Hall again. He's made their completion so far. See, and
Andy Brown has got an excellent arm. You can tell.
He's very accurate. He's done a great job of putting the ball right where the receivers can catch it.
Yep. And that's one thing about Andy Brown. Like when I saw him play against Dover, he threw the ball really good. I think what really affected him was the grass versus the turf. Because when he's used to being at home, he's used to that turf feeling, and he's got more grip into the field, it seems like.
Looks like their trips to the near side this time. Handoff again to the line. He is just running hard. Oh, there's not a chance.
And there's an end zone touchdown, Portsmouth.
Go to the line. Listen, I said this from the get-go. Senior night, the emotions on senior night, no senior wants to lose on senior night. This is a big game for them. Really good start for Portsmouth here.
And there's a lot of vibrating going on right now on the Portsmouth side. As you know, this is where
excited.
they keep the press.
That's good. Keep it up, kids. It's exciting.
Yes.
Good job.
And Portsmouth's going to redo this. I would have thought they would have gone for a 2-point conversion in this situation.
You're already up 2 touchdowns at this point. Let's just keep trying to roll out this extra point, and there you go.
And Daniel Sorella got it, and the snap is up, and the kick is good for Portsmouth. 12-0 your score here at Tom Dobney Field. 2:22 left here in this first quarter. A whamma-bamma slamma moment here on this November 1st.
Hey, we've said this before, and kudos to where the start for the Clipper Cats here. You came out with emotion. You came out strong.
Yep.
You knew Spaulding was going to try to play a power game. They gained some yards to start, but you brought your emotion back into it and shut them down.
Yep, and
now
that's where it is.
Now it's keeping that momentum for them. Well, I'm not seeing what's interesting about what the Clipper Cats do, and I've seen this offense before. They're spreading out and they're doing different types of formations. They'll do a trip formation, a spread formation, a two-back formation, but it's the same plays. They're just window dressing it with different formations, and it's a lot of runs up the middle. It's a lot of spreading the team out and just taking advantage of matchups over the middle. They've got a very strong offensive line right now.
And here comes the kicker for Portsmouth Clippers, Daniel Solora-Sol. And it's going to go way back. And
good
wait
bounce.
a minute. Still counts, and what a bounce. And there goes Tyler Lindsay right there.
Yep.
And we got a flag on the play.
Face mask.
That's going to go on Portsmouth for a face mask play.
Yeah, he was trying to come across with where Lindsay was coming across the field and just put his hand out and just drug the top of his face mask. We got some excited kids here that are just
trying to get into the pile.
Yeah.
They know this is a rival game. They know this is like, Portsmouth and Spaulding have had a small rivalry for years, and, not as big as the Dover rivalry, but it's there. You can tell.
Portsmouth Winnicott, that's your big one here on the
Yes, on the Seacoast, yep. Yeah, and then, of course, you got the BG one, and then you've got, there's always a rivalry in every little...
All these East teams, though, they've all been playing each other for years. So, Portsmouth, Dover, Spaulding, Winnicott, Exeter, those 5 teams, they constantly
Summersworth,
are playing each other,
before they went down to D2 or D3, Summersworth used to be in that mix.
Well, they spread it out and give it to Cortina, but the blocking's just not there.
Yep.
Different center today. Matty Gould is wearing number 67. He's back at center. So it'll be interesting to see how those snap transitions work out there.
Yep. And number 77 was another one that I was talking with.
Wesley Chesser.
Yeah.
He's a junior captain on this team.
Yeah. And he speaks very highly of the Red Raiders when I was talking with him before the game. He was saying a few things, He says, we're a team that's tenacious. We can fight. He
is a first year.
There's a lob up in the air. What a catch! What a catch by Spaulding, 87.
Yep,
and a nice little lob pass there by Max Drea as he saw it coming.
Yep. The coverage was there. He threw it up, and the cornerback there wasn't able to get off the field. It wasn't able to get up to make a play, and Kobe's got great height, great leaping ability, and made a great play.
That was a beautiful play
Good
indeed.
Pass protection on that play, too.
And it was a hope pass in a way, gave right Max, up and caught it.
Gave Max plenty of time to drop back and toss that ball up there. They've gone spread this whole series so far, so a little bit different to see where they kind of go. Another handoff. Oh, the keeper.
And it's going to go right to Drea here. He's going to hand it off, but he tried to wiggle, but no jiggle, unfortunately.
Yeah, he got to the outside, but the receiver just couldn't hold his block out there. So I believe that's Will Fagan that's playing that corner position.
Yeah.
Or the outside linebacker position that got in on that play.
Yeah, Fagan seemed like he had him lined up, and he was trying to get around him, You can only jiggle so much.
Absolutely. Yeah. We're getting down under a minute here, probably the last play of the quarter.
Yep.
Staying in that spread offense. He's got Cortina flanked to his left. Second down here and 8. Another fake handoff. They're going back to a throw. Pass protection just broke down, and he got hit hard.
Wow. Unbelievable.
The outside pass protection just collapsed.
And it looks like we got a flag on the play.
Yeah, the flag was at the end after, it looked like it might be a hold. Yeah, as the player was trying to shed his block and get back to Drena to try to make the sack, looks like he got a tug of the jersey, might be a hold. No personal foul, face mask.
This is
face mask
catching
penalty.
a break here for Spaulding on this one.
It's a little hard to see that from up here, but that's a big break for Spaulding. That's the second personal foul face mask in this series. One on the kick return and one there from Drena.
Spaulding has gotten some good faith on the penalties, so they're going to move it up for a first down and 10 on this one.
Go ahead. Above the fans a little bit more here, and I'll try to help the fans, our fans out here we got a little bit of this young man's
here on
afro
this
in
tape
front of us,
delay
but
coverage.
okay.
We're trying to get you guys as best we can. I know we got a kid's head right in the middle of the game here. Here we go. First down and 10, 9 seconds left. Man in motion, hands it off
on the sweep.
It could get it.
Oh, good. Oh,
excellent play right
good
there.
Good hard push by
5 or 6, and that's going to do it at the end of this quarter.
Yep.
If I'm Spaulding coming out for the second quarter, what do you think? Just after they get this touchdown, reset?
Yeah, I'm not really sure right now because defensively you got to stop Portsmouth. Like you've already given a 2-score head start. Now you have to try to come back. So the stops are going to be key. You can't let them keep walking down the field like they've been doing. And offensively, so they changed it up a little bit of a different offense, very similar to what Portsmouth does. So we'll see if Portsmouth can make that adjustment against them.
It's been an interesting game so far, Tom, and now we got you on the mic here, so... I forgot my tripod last week, and then the Red Raiders, credit to them for holding them out for me. So...
Yeah, but it's a fun senior night here. Beautiful weather. I mean, when you're in November 1st and you have kids wearing just sleeveless out there
and shorts,
that's you know it's going to be a great night.
And here we go as we start the second quarter here. The Portsmouth Clippers and Spaulding Red Raiders are going to flip sides around here.
They're going for the Sweet Caroline music here.
Yeah, I know.
That's usually, isn't that like a third quarter thing?
Yeah, usually, or like seventh inning stretch,
A little bit,
Sweet Caroline,
that
or
third quarter.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's a New England thing. They love Sweet Caroline. All right,
and here we go. Man in motion. Lindsay's on move.
Cross handoff to Cortina. Not much on that one. They did not fall.
And they're going to try and push him, but just not enough.
Oh, 54 came away with the ball. They said they blew it down. Colin Broussard tried to strip it away. You've talked about that on a lot of occasions.
Punch the ball out.
If you got a guy stacked up,
yeah,
get that ball out.
And Portsmouth is known for that, for punching the ball out. They've done it for years, and Coach Pafford has ran that system with punching the ball out. So, I mean, you could see it happen.
No gain on that play, and we'll try to make sure our table stays steady.
Yeah, I know. It's hard in a way. So
we're doing okay.
Portsmouth gave us this table, so they give it to the press guys, and there's a quick handoff, fake handoff, there goes little Drea.
Ball's out. Looks like he got it back. Yeah, the edge pass protection right now, they're just pushing that pocket on him, and Max is he's just having a hard time stepping up and making a pass, stepping up in the pocket. So looks like they're bringing 2 tight ends in now. They're going to go heavy to try to probably try to just push that middle and get
just
that
third down.
Get that first down, you know.
Yeah, there's 3 yards. Yeah.
Might try to draw him off sides here.
I don't know why I said third down. I looked at the numbers, over the students, so.
Yeah, I've tried to pay attention to the other side of the field over there to the marker. That's the nice thing is that by NHIA rules, the markers have to be on the other side. Oh, he jumped. Oh, they got him.
They got him.
Yep. Cortina went in motion, and they got to jump on that side. So that's going to give him a first down.
And it's going on Portsmouth, and that will be a first down and 10. Spaulding has been catching breaks, which has been a good thing. So if Spaulding keeps catching these breaks, more and more good things will happen.
Early in the season, we talked about Spaulding having problems with the penalties and the flags.
Now you can tell Portsmouth, it's like the flip of faith.
Yep, Portsmouth has lost about 35 yards on penalties in this series alone. So, something that the coaching staff is going to want to tighten up there. Like, guys, discipline.
Discipline, yep, exactly. I think that's what happened even in the Dover game when Portsmouth played. There was not enough discipline, more action. Now here's a handoff inside. Cortina's in the end zone. He crosses the bridge. Touchdown, Red Raiders.
Yep, that was a nice, just a power move right there. Man-on-man blocking, open a hole up on the right-hand side, and just let Cortina do his thing.
And that was an absolute beauty right down the middle as he cuts in and makes it happen, Captain.
Yeah, I think this kind of going back and forth here. In the open field, they've been with that spread offense. And then when they get down there inside the 10, they get back to their power game, and they weren't ready for it.
Bad snap. Yeah. Max Drea loses it, and he's getting a ride from the ship.
He's got to stop on that one. If that's a 1-point conversion, who cares, right? If the ball's down on that side, Portsmouth can't return it. The ball's dead. So don't try to make something happen out of that. Just let it go. Yep. All you're doing is risking yourself getting hurt.
Yeah, and I give him an A for effort, but it's just way too early to do something like that. You got a long quarter to go. I mean, when he played against Exeter, I mean, he was putting himself in positions that he shouldn't have put himself into. So
I mean, we've seen Max on a couple of different occasions. I think it was the Timberlane game.
Yep.
He was able to just make something happen.
Yeah,
he was able to just out of nowhere, escape and then get through. Portsmouth is staying their lanes. They're not giving him that opportunity once he slips through the initial tackle to get downfield.
Exactly.
So he's got to recognize that, know that, and try to figure out where he can be on the field. So.
And Spaulding is getting ready. Do you think an onside? I'm wondering if they're going to do an onside kick.
Well, so is in Portsmouth. Portsmouth is set up there now. They're spreading out, so Portsmouth.
Yeah, I was getting a little nervous there for a second if they were going to really do that.
I mean, they could still do it. The middle of the field is open.
There's a little pooch kick way up and deep in, right off the chest padding. And he slips through 1, 2, and 3, and that carry was made by number 26.
That's that Demetrius Sakaris again.
Yep, number 26.
Yep, Demetrius Sakaris on that return. He's had a couple that's the second return. He's gone up the middle, and he's been able to make good gains on it.
Exactly. There you go, right down the middle, and Portsmouth has got some speedy kids.
They definitely have speed.
Yes.
We're seeing that in this game. They're not afraid to get the ball in open spaces and use their speed.
Yeah, I mean, as I said, I was talking with Tyler Lindsay, and he says, what's the best, even though he's played here, he goes, what's the best option if you play against Portsmouth? I said, just run. Yep. I'm like, they're a run and gun type of team where they just run at you.
Spaulding's changing up their defense a little bit.
And
they went
there's
with
a little submarine pass.
Little screen.
And through 1, through 2, 17's got it, and he's going around, and they should try and punch that ball out. Oh, it's loose! Fumble on the play. It's going to Spaulding.
The line with the carry again there. Let's see where they call it. Blowing it down. The refs are talking. Let's see what they have to say.
It is. It's going to be Spaulding ball.
You've talked about this time and time again on these plays. When you got a guy stacked up, rip at the ball.
Punch. Yep. If you use your fist, it's perfectly legal. Yep. It is. And maybe some miracle faith, somebody said, put a punch into it.
Portsmouth did it. They tried to pull the ball out earlier on a stack up. Spaulding's done it now too. So
I mean, Halloween is over, but I would say, it's not like you're going to throw a trick or treat and watch his teeth fall out from just a simple little accidental punch. Let's
see what we have for players in the field. It looks like Spaulding's going to go looks like they're going to go with a T formation. This is a throwback to Exeter on a T formation.
Yeah, they taking notes from Exeter.
Yep.
And a little handoff down there.
Getting the ball to Cortina. Again, if with Spaulding, you can run the formation all you want, but they're different type of linemen. Exeter has fast, agile linemen. They pull guards. They get to open spots. They try to create lanes. Spaulding, again, it's straight. It's pushed downfield. They've got horses on that line, and they want to shove their opposing line down the field. So, gain of 3 on that play. You got to keep pushing those 3 yards.
Yeah, just take a little bit at a time and just whack at it.
Yep. Looks like they're trying to get on the same page in the backfield there. So it's Cortina, Lambert, and Lindsay in the backfield.
Usually when
that did not go so well.
Yeah.
They Portsmouth sold the farm on that one. They spent their little linebackers in there. There was nobody. They saw that coming up the middle, and they sent the farm at them.
When a team intercepts the ball, it's like you smell blood in the water. Mm-hmm. You want it. You want to take that. You want to be that killer shark.
Yeah.
That just basically stomps. Oh, there we go.
That was you? Okay.
Yeah, it must have been me. That was weird.
Yeah, you probably put your hand down at the same time you're trying to move the camera there. That's fine.
Yeah, that was weird. I'm like, maybe we hit a little something. I don't know what.
Well, I felt I hit my mute button at the same time too, so I was a little confused what was going on there.
Yeah, maybe my mute button must have hit yours. I guess weird. But anyways,
still in the T formation.
Like I said, it's like a
to
killer.
The outside, Cortina.
And Cortina's going to try and move it, but this is going to be stacked up again.
Yep. Short gain on the play, gain of 2. Looking at 4th and 6 here at the 24-yard line.
Yep.
Looks like they're going to punt it away. So, you got to take advantage of those turnovers right there.
Yes.
You had a great play. Like you said, you were smelling blood in the water. They tried a different formation. Didn't work the way they wanted it to. But now you got to go back, make another stop, keep trying to do those.
And now the punting team comes out. We haven't seen them all game, so it's...
Connor Jackson's their punter. He's also a quarterback, so you always got to watch out for that.
I saw Connor Jackson actually play quarterback once when Spaulding was playing Exeter. They gave him a little bit of a chance, and that was
not a great punt. Yeah, no.
That one's not a good one, and Spaulding is just going to have to lay it down right about at the 45-yard line on that one.
So you gave up the fumble at the 20. You stop them, get the ball back, still inside your territory. That's positive for the Clippers, the Clipper Cats. You got to keep pushing here. They're going to go back to their spread. It looks like they're going to go 2-by-2 here on the spread. Nope, they're going to go trips to the far side of the field. Nope, 2-by-2. It is 2-by-2. I missed number 1 over there.
A little bit of wind here while we're just holding down the tripod here.
So they're going straight out 2-by-2 here.
And here we go.
Ball spotted dead center of the field.
Portsmouth looks like they're going to pass motion right here. Here's a fake.
He does get
off the one.
Yep.
Right off
the one. He's got some speed.
And
got some speed out there. Ian Bliss. For those at home, it's not Aaron. It's Aayan.
Oh, it's Aiden Bliss.
Ayan Bliss. Aayan. Good run there. Again, 8 yards off that first. He hit the edge with full speed. Great line set there. The wing back on the other side of the field had a great block on the inside, freeing it up for him. Fans are getting excited, throwing paper airplanes.
Yeah, I know, right? This is good old Portsmouth country down here in this end.
I think they're going to call neutral zone on that one again. Spaulding was jumping, trying to get him to flinch. I think he just jumped a little too far into the neutral zone.
Yeah. And they can't be doing that kind of stuff. This is even though this is the last game of the season, none of these points are going to count. You still want to put the effort in.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you saw that from that touchdown drive. They had all the effort there. Everything was going the way they wanted it to. They just couldn't capitalize on the turnover afterwards. So they say, there's no quitting these kids. I talked to most of the seniors last night, try to get their opinion of the game and what they felt was going to happen here. And they were all really excited about it. They're not quitting. They're not going down without a fight.
Oh, no one wants to give up as an athlete. Absolutely not. I agree with you. I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, you're fine.
And there's an incomplete pass.
Yeah. Didn't have much there, so that actually wasn't a bad incompletion. Trying to get the ball into Ian Bliss's hands. And,
he kind of just slipped it right out of his hands.
Yeah, and there was defenders all around him, so that's not a bad incompletion.
No, not at all. With second down and 10, 13-6 your score. 6:13 left here on Tom Dominey Field here in Portsmouth. And the only touchdown that was scored here in the second quarter was Spaulding, but Portsmouth has the ball.
2nd and 10 here.
And
just a straight
handoff 17.
Good tackle by Lambert.
Right at maybe.
It was a good read. That was Porter the Lima on the carry, and Kobe Lambert with a good read into that hole, keeping that as a short gain of 3 on the play.
And this game has just gotten interesting a little bits at a time.
They're getting the play call from the sideline. They're all got the wristbands on, getting the play as they go, trying to keep Spaulding on their toes here.
And they got one man to his left of the quarterback. And A little bit of a fake.
Oh, tipped and intercepted.
Intercepted again for the second time. The Red Raiders have intercepted it. This one will be number 8 or 9. Correction.
George Whitehead.
George Whitehead on the steal.
They're calling a flag way back there.
Oh, no. He's still going.
Yeah, and
still
it's going to
going.
come back, unfortunately.
Oh, no.
2 flags on the play. Both of them are going to be on Spaulding. They got way too aggressive after that interception and threw some really, really bad blocks out there. One of them was a block at a guy's knees, which you never want to see happen.
No.
But that's...
that just when you thought the party was just beginning in Rochester.
That's something they don't teach a lot in high school sports is when you're on the line, if you see the quarterback going back with his arm, get your hands up, make a jump, try to get your hands on the ball. Great job by the defensive line there. This one's going to go way back, though.
This one's not good.
There's 2 flags. There's one around the 45-yard line and one way back at the 35-yard line. And I think they're both against Spaulding. I think it's going to go back on that 35-yard line, and I think it's going to be a personal foul. So I think it's going to march them way back here.
Yep.
Let's see what the referee has to say. Personal foul. Yep. 2 of them. He's calling 2 of them. Second one's declined. So it'll be 15 yards from that back spot at the 35. They'll have the ball at the 20-yard line, but still, I mean, Portsmouth is having their way with you. You got 2 turnovers there, so you got to do something with it. If I'm Rochester, I'm either going to go back to their bread and butter, back to their initial double wing offense, and try to. All right, Max Draina's got to learn to keep his mouth quiet right now.
Yes.
Max Draina is chirping a lot with the defense. You're the quarterback. That defense is coming after you. You got to keep yourself calm. Because now you're just putting a target on your back there a little bit.
Yeah, and you don't want that. So if you're going to be getting a target on your back, that makes you even more of an enemy. Now he's got the ball, so first down and 10.
You put the ball in Cortina's hands.
Cortina has it. Cortina slips and dips right through.
Yep.
You know, last game when when Spaulding played Dover, Cortina I actually was listening to Seth Cortina complimenting Max Dre. He said, you kept your mouth shut. You did your job.
Yep.
Credit to you. That was an amazing job. You were listening. We were communicating back and forth. That's good to hear that from your running back right there. You know, that's good teamwork right there. When you hear
Seth
something.
is a true captain, so you would expect something like that out of him. And they say they're going back to their bread and butter offense, power offense. They say back to Cortina
a little pitch
again.
and toss right
back to
there.
Cortina again.
You know, that's the thing you were talking about.
40.
Work in the weight room, get Portsmouth to work the weight room, and, Portsmouth could be a contested team with that. You could tire them down in the 3rd and 4th quarter with that situation if you work the weight room a little bit with them.
Yeah, and that's, we said Spaulding struggled with that all year. Last week against Dover, they were able to go for 4 quarters, which was much needed for them. They're going to have that kind of effort here tonight. The wind has died down here a little bit, so
yeah,
it'll be
it
interesting
has.
to see if teams take advantage of that. As I say that, Spaulding comes out in a spread offense. They still got 5 guys in the line there. They hand it off to Lambert.
And
good tackle from
nice
behind.
Nice tackle
right
there,
and
Portsmouth tried to rip it out of his hands on that one.
Yeah, number 65, Daniel Solar-Sala. That's another name I remember from years. Daniel Solar-Sala with a great breaking through the line and running down Lambert from behind there.
There is a slight breeze if you look at the flagpoles over on the...
A very slight one, but I don't think that would be one that would really affect the passing game here.
13-6 your score, 3:33 left here at Tom Dobney Field. It's a 2nd down and 10.
I'll try to keep the camera still as much as possible.
I've tried to. So
I know.
It's
a lot of movement. These fans are excited here.
Yes, last game of the season, trying to keep it all happy. Here's a little low
pass. He got picked off.
And wait a minute.
No,
they did not. Incomplete pass out aside the line.
Incomplete. It looks like it probably just dropped it. He looks upset with himself, so that's probably a really good call there. But you put him in 3rd down and long still.
And they talk about catching a break.
He was trying to catch a short fade with Tyler Lindsay and number 25, that is Andrew Nyla Craig. He just stood his ground and he threw it right at him. Good job by Lindsay playing his defensive back role to knock that ball away.
He tried to rip it, trying to dump over him,
Yep. Looks like timeout on the Spaulding side.
We're going to take a timeout as well. We'll be back here in a second here on the MC5 Sports Podcast at H. Proud sponsor, Durham House of Pizza and College Advisors LLC. Back in a minute.
If this game starts going crazy, they're going to be all over the place.
Oh, yeah. Hey, folks, welcome back to the MC5 Sports Podcast and H like page on Facebook. And this is our last game of the season. Well, we've been talking about the consolations, too. Hopefully they'll let us do that as well. So that way some of these nice fans can get some good games.
Right. I mean, you've got faithful fans on both sides.
Yeah, and Max is going to try and throw it. He fakes it.
You got it.
Wait a minute. He slipped through. He pulled oh, man.
He got hit hard on that one.
Yes.
He got number 44, Anthony Flagg, and looks like 63 there, Michael Bird.
We got some whistles here. I don't know if that's flags or...
No flags on the play.
I apologize. I'm trying to get some of these fans, look through the fans.
No, it's just a timeout for Portsmouth, trying to stop the clock.
Timeout on the field. Portsmouth.
Oh, man, my wind just blew my roster, and this nice fan gave me a hand here.
So it looks like the Portsmouth just called a timeout there. It was 4th down and long after they got the near sack on Drana. Now, he gained a yard on the play, so
now,
it's a near sack.
If I'm Spaulding in this situation, what would you do in this position?
You didn't punt the ball very well last time. It was kind of a shallow punt, didn't do much for you, so... I mean, you can take a shot here with the fake, but I'd almost rather, if you get 20 yards in the punt, you get 20 yards in the punt. I'd almost rather that low rolling punt and keep the ball out of Sakaris' hands. Sakaris has had 2 really good run backs on the kickoff. If he gets a good punt, that could be dangerous. So I say keep it low and see what you can do with it. Connor Jackson back to punt again.
Yeah.
And waiting for a player to come back.
Max Drea, he's coming back again here.
Yep.
And Drea is set. Here's the snap.
High snap.
And we got a flag on the play.
Yep.
Don't know what this is about.
The count in the men, I think it might have been too many men in the field.
Is this going on Spaulding, I wonder?
Yep. Illegal substitution, too many men in the field.
Too many men on the field. Spaulding.
And Max Drea.
Yeah, they had too many guys in the line. The referee, the guy, the white hat there, the referee, he was able to spot that. He was counting the whole time.
And here we go.
All right, better snap that time.
Right
so that
there.
benefits.
There's a beauty kick right
it's a
there.
Good low kick again. That's what.
Oh, it's off the hands. It's off the hands. And does he have
they're
it?
Still scrambling for it. They're still scrambling down there. Looks like it's going to be Portsmouth.
Ball. Oh, my
Good
goodness.
Job. Good job by Demetrius Akasaris coming over and helping out there for Lalime, who muffed the punt a little bit. Those low ones, you hear it when you're on the sidelines. You're yelling, poison, 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 poison. Because you have too many guys near you, and that ball's just bouncing all over the place. Risky play there. It did work out for the Clipper Cats on that one.
Yeah, and oh my goodness, talk about catching a break on that. That would have been a really good break.
That would have been a big break if they had come down with that. Matty Gould, actually from the center position, came flying down the field, almost made a play on that.
Yeah, I mean, you'd think that you would just push it, a little bit further back, and then somebody would with a little bit more speed. Here's a little quick pass right out here, and he's got it.
Hard to see what happened.
That
with that
might be
one.
an inch.
Looks like he's got it, and it's just short of the first down.
Yep. It's going to be...
So Spaulding is sending it. They sent a linebacker on that one. They've got a 5-man line. They're going with what's called cover 0, straight man.
Yep.
There is no safety back there, so you got to make sure you're staying stride for stride with those receivers.
Yep. And clock running here, 2:23 left, 13-6 your score, Portsmouth.
Near side trips.
And there's a long pass, and wow. That kid's got a good arm right there. Andy Brown, again, he throws it. He's got the accuracy. It's just he needs that guy to get down there to get it in the breadbasket.
It looked like he was looking for a fade, and Bliss looked like he took a little bit more of an inside route, so he had to adjust and just didn't have the speed to get back to it. But that's the time to take that shot. 3rd and 1, take the shot downfield. Now you have the ability. They're in a pistol formation. No, they're in a... Looks like they're in a shotgun right formation. I would look for a handoff here, try to get that 1 yard.
And good call on the handoff as he tries to go in. Number 17 tries to rip it through, and Lime will get the first down and 10 on that one, and a little bit more.
Yep. A little bit of jawing going on right now. There's a lot of emotion on the field on this last game.
I mean, Portsmouth is due for a win.
Yep.
Spaulding wants to basically wreck the party tonight because it is senior night.
Yep.
So it's due. It's like the movie Doom for Disaster. What's they call that? Nice pass right there, indeed.
Ball's out again.
And there it is, Spaulding. They're going to get the ball. And Max.
I haven't seen anything from the referee yet. Yep. Spaulding ball again.
Max Trea, another interception, and he's getting pumped up.
That was a fumble off. It was a complete pass to Andrew Nyla Craig, and he got hit by 2 guys in the backfield, and just the ball popped right out there on the sideline.
And you could tell from the frustration on the sideline with the coaches for Portsmouth, because now we could see their side.
Yeah, right.
There was a little frustration on the offensive coach.
Gotta hold on to the ball. You cannot win a game when you keep turning the ball over.
And that right there, that could tell you that, if you get under the coach's skin, things are going to get better and better, on the Spaulding side.
Yeah.
And on the Portsmouth side, it could turn into another disastrous moment.
Going back to the spread, and Portsmouth is staying with a 5-man line. They're going to bring the pressure here.
Yep, first down and 10, fakes the handoff. Max looking. He fakes that throw, and he's going to run it, but where's he going? Now the ball is loose.
No, that was hit out. He was hit hard on the sideline. Max has to learn how to get down and not take those big hits.
I mean, he just shook it off like a quarterback on college football.
I know it's the last game of the year, but for a 1-yard game to take a hit like that, that's dangerous.
That kid is risking the biscuit there, getting hit in the head.
Absolutely.
And I love the enthusiasm. Yep. He has to shake the head and he goes, hit me again. But quarterbacks are a dime a dozen, you don't want to play. You don't want to play with fire because then you get burned.
No, you don't want to be messing too much with this. You want to make sure you have. So they're staying in the spread formation. They got Cortina flanked to his left this time. 4-man line for the Clipper Cats, and it's a handoff. A little bobble
Lindsay,
on there.
and then there's a flag on the play, so this might be going forward or backward.
I'm not sure where that flag was coming from. It might have been illegal procedure. We'll see what Portsmouth decides to send them back, or if they decide to stick it where it was, because there was a no gain on the play.
Well, Portsmouth brought their cheerleaders, and so has a Spaulding.
Illegal shift, illegal shift on the offense.
It'll be on offense.
Yep.
2nd down and 9.
For now, let's see if they mark it back or if they stay there. They're talking to the coaches on the Portsmouth sideline. Because it's either going to be 2nd down and 13 or it's going to be 3rd down and 8. And you've done a great job right now playing the pass defense for Portsmouth, so you may want to take that 3rd down. We'll see what they decide to do here.
Exactly.
Yep, they're marking it off. Yep, they're marking it off. So it's going to be stay 2nd down, 2nd and 13 here.
Yep, 2nd down and 13.
Yep, Spaulding's trying to go fast. Clock's going to run.
And the referee makes his jaunt down with the spinning hand. Here's a throw, pass,
Wide
caught.
open.
Oh man, he dropped it, but is it enough to?
Nope. The back referee is saying the back judge is saying incomplete pass. Yeah.
Incomplete.
He came down. He was wide open. That was Aiden Walsh. He was wide open over the middle of the field. There was one defender on two guys. Both the safeties were back really deep behind him, trying to watch that deep ball. Great vision by Max getting that ball over to Aiden's hands. Turned around, took a pop, and didn't establish a football play to be able to qualify that to be a fumble. So
Absolutely. Minute 17 left, 13-6 your score. Portsmouth in the lead. Here on this tape delay coverage here on the MC5 Sports. And there's a handoff, fakes the handoff again. Throwing it up. Ooh, tried to get it. It looked like it was going to number 12 on that play.
Yeah, it was a little tough to say because Tyler Lindsay was there and Jaden Pevrata was there as well. It was hard to see who he intended it for. My guess is that was intended for Tyler Lindsay. Sorry about the camera angles here, folks. I'm trying to move the camera. I'm used to PA announcing and talking, not moving a camera. So
we're doing a little of both. We're taking breaks between it.
Yeah.
So we're doing a little bit at a time. We're both holding it down and holding the fort down over here. So here it.
You really want to watch the plays and see what's going on and make an understanding of things. And
there comes a snap. The kick is a good pooch.
Good kick that time.
And off the hands again.
Yep.
He drops it, and he's a little squiggly about it and tries to get it again. That carry was made by number 26 for Portsmouth. And
that's Demetrius Sakaris again.
Demetrius Sakaris. He's got butterfingers going off on that one.
A little bit, but, hey, that happens a lot. We've seen that a lot in these games. With that wind swirling a little bit out there, moving. Good thing is he was able to get that ball, make a good gain out of it. Portsmouth is going to open it up now, I bet.
Absolutely, and this is an opportunity for Spaulding, I thought, for a second again. They've been catching Portsmouth on mistakes. And that's going to be the key factor come this half, even though Spaulding is going to get the ball back.
Oh, looks like they're marking it back again. There was a flag somewhere on there. Yep. Illegal block in the back. Yep.
So getting back to what I was saying, sorry not to, cut off the whole play, the flag thing, but the more mistakes Portsmouth makes, Spaulding needs to take these opportunities, and start pushing them in.
It looks to me like Portsmouth has a lot of their seniors in there right now. I'm not seeing number 11 there, Hall, who made a couple of good receptions. And you got to think that with a minute left here that they're going to try to get speed down the field. Nope, inside handoff.
Off right to number 17. Yep,
there's the lime again, sorry. Yep, good stack up there.
And the ball gets bopped out, but...
We're going into halftime here. The Portsmouth coaches, they got to hammer down ball security.
Oh, yeah, that is a big
ball
key factor. Yes.
It's 2-3 turnovers they've had.
Yeah, and that would be a key factor for them.
Absolutely.
Is ball security. Spaulding, keep them making mistakes. And the more mistakes they're going to make, the more opportunities are going to start coming for them.
You've moved the ball on Spaulding. You've put them in bad positions, but you've coughed it up way too many times. He got back. They called him. They called him for the neutral zone. Couldn't get back there. I think that was number 80, Maverick Hope. He's a strong young player. He's really fast off the edge. He puts really good pressure on the quarterback. Just got a little antsy on that one.
16 seconds left here in the quarter.
Yep. Looks like they're going empty backfield here, so it looks like they're going to try and take a shot. Looks like the clock will start on the snap here. They're going to try and take a shot down the field. Spaulding's playing two deep safeties right now.
If I was a betting man, I'd say one of these guys is going to make a big play right here. And looking for the deep pass, looking for the launch, the fire, big play.
Out of bounds.
And
good job by Max Draina keeping him bounds there.
Keeping him in there, and 4 seconds left. Does Portsmouth have another timeout?
They do have a timeout.
Wow, that is talk about luck in your time.
No, that was good clock management by this veteran coaching staff there.
Yeah, Pafford knows what he's doing, you know. I mean, he's been there with Bill Murphy, Tom Dobney. You know, he's been a Portsmouth legend for a number of years. I mean, Pafford knows the game very well. He's an excellent coach. You know, he battles and battles, you know. He's got a fast, speedy offense like we were talking about. That's the thing about Coach Pafford. He brings speed to the game, you know, and that's one thing that Portsmouth, for years was having trouble, and then he figured, we got to bring it back. And
I'm looking on the sidelines here, and Zach Hall, number 11, he is walking gingerly on his ankle on the sideline. I think he got maybe twisted up, because that's the guy that caught behind the defense the first time. He's got a lot of speed out there. He's got his helmet off. He's trying to stretch out his legs a little bit. So
yeah, and you got to be concerned about that if you're a Portsmouth fan, because that right there shows you that everybody is a key player, but you need those speedy, shifty guys.
Yeah.
So, and of course, I hate to say this, but we don't have Moose on this side. Moose is our guy. I talked with him. So.
Oh, I'm sure the trainers here at Portsmouth.
They're amazing.
Outstanding
they
as
are.
well too.
Yes, we love Moose.
We've got a nice clubhouse over here. They've got a beautiful training room inside that clubhouse. I've seen that one before.
And wait a minute,
deep,
here's going deep. He's got a blitz. Yep.
Yep, and he's down.
He's taken down. What a job by Spaulding to end the half.
He did have a couple of players on the other side of the field, but when you're already drifting down to that far side, trying to throw it back across away from your body, that's a tough play. Good job. Just take the sack, get back into halftime. You've got the lead, and I believe they're getting the ball to start the second half as well too. So
yeah, and Portsmouth's got a lot of work to do. I mean, it's going to be, as you said, ball security for Portsmouth.
Absolutely.
And then Spaulding, it's catch the mistakes and keep those capitalize.
They have not capitalized on those mistakes at all.
How many interceptions? There was at least 4.
There was 1 interception and 2 fumble recoveries by Spaulding out there, and those are big plays. One of them they had a really good return on, but they had 2 bad unsportsmanlike conduct penalties, and then they just didn't move the ball in the other one. So, like you said, if you can catch Portsmouth, capitalize on those turnovers.
Exactly. Well, we will take a break, as well as the Portsmouth Clipper Marching Band will be taking it out here. This halftime report is been brought to you in part by our friends from, let's find out. Who can we put in? We haven't talked about RJ Excavations. Call Jackson at 603-507-7027. If you need another excavation, they're based in Rochester, New Hampshire. Call them today. Also, we have Toys from the Attic. I love Toys from the Attic. Toys from the Attic is the best place to go get your nerd nostalgia on, and they are located on 2 Somersworth Plaza in Somersworth, New Hampshire, and also our good friends at Collectiques in 56 North Main Street, Rochester, New Hampshire. We'll be back in a moment here on the MC5 Sports. Enjoy the halftime show. Hey folks, welcome back as we got a 30 seconds out of town scores brought to you in part by our friends at RJ Excavations in Rochester, New Hampshire. Tom, what do you got for me?
So we've got at halftime, Manchester Memorial and Timberland High School are tied up at 6. Big game in NHIAA tonight is the Londonderry Lancers and the Exeter Bluehawks playing at Exeter. Right now the score is Exeter 14, Londonderry 10 in the third quarter. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was going to just say, I did hear WMUR was supposed to be covering that game tonight for FNF, so this should be interesting. So
other scores around the league, Goffstown 7, Nashua South 6. That's a big score for Goffstown right now. Ooh. Nashua has been playing some big football. Winnicott Dover, big Winnicott Dover game happening on senior night in Dover. Right now, Winnicott is up 21-7 at half. Shocking score right now at halftime. The Alvern Broncos are up 10-9 on Pinkerton.
Wow.
Yeah, that's an interesting one. Very interesting score there. Last score that I have reported here right now is Salem 14, Concord 0.
Yeah, Concord is trying to clinch a big playoff spot.
Yeah.
They've been a Cinderella ride with Concord being where they are today. You know, that was not expected. If you were going to flip a coin and say heads or tails, I would have never in a million years picked Concord Crimson to come out of the woods like they have. So
yeah, they give it up for that coaching staff. They've done a really good job of putting out a really highly competitive program. They've worked and worked and worked over the past few years to build to where they are, and kudos to them. Hopefully they can sustain the success they're seeing this year.
It's going to be interesting come down the line. So, I mean, you know, time will tell. You know, Exeter's, though, I think that's going to be a very interesting come down to the wire. I mean, Londonderry and Exeter are battling for undefeated, if I'm not mistaken. But Exeter's the only undefeated team so far.
I can check that in a moment.
Yeah,
here, but
I know Exeter
I
is
thought
undefeated.
Bedford. No, I thought Bedford was undefeated too.
Yeah, Bedford is another undefeated team as well. That's right. I had totally forgot about Bedford being the other one.
Yeah.
So it seems like the teams, as you further go up on the 101, that's where they're at.
Londonderry is 6-1, and Alvern is 6-2. Pinkerton is 5-2, which is very interesting. That Alvern has been struggling for wins for the past 5 years, and they've come out and put out a tremendous team this year. Exeter and Bedford are the only two undefeated teams. So if Londonderry can come out with that on top of that game, that puts Bedford as the number 1 seed. Londonderry would be the 2, and Exeter would be the 3.
And Alvern has just come out of the wood, woods just out of nowhere. So.
Yeah, in the Goffstown Nashua game, that's got to be a homecoming game, a senior night for Goffstown. Goffstown's sitting at 2-6, and Nashua South at 6-1. So
yeah, and that's gonna be very interesting. Come down the wire with them as well.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, and Dover and Winnicott right now. Winnicott figuring it out, trying to knock Dover out of that playoff hunt. Dover needed a win. They needed some losses to get in. Looks like they're struggling right now to get that last win.
I mean, in all seriousness, I think Dover is officially out of it. You know, I mean, after the Spaulding loss and BG.
Supposedly they needed to win and to have all the other 2-win teams lose, which there was 3 or 4 other 2-win teams. That's a tall task.
Yeah,
to have that many losses pile up for you to make the playoffs. So,
and that is a very, very, very big task indeed.
Yeah, but right now halftime they're down again to see if they can make a comeback. But back here on the field here, 13-6 with Portsmouth kicking off to Spaulding.
Yeah, it's another 12 minutes of fun. Here we start the third quarter. This kickoff is brought to you in part by Durham House of Pizza, 40 Main Street, Durham, New Hampshire, 03824. Stop in for your next slice down at the UNH campus.
Good kick right there. Looks like it's going to be caught by the short man. That looks like that's Max.
And
scrambling around.
And he's still got it.
And he gets gang tackled there right around the 31-yard line.
And what a job there on that one.
I know a lot of coaches want guys to just plant a foot in the ground and head down the field. I think that's going to be the play in the second half here for Portsmouth. We talked about this at the end of the first half. Hold on to the ball.
Yes, and you were saying also on the Spaulding side, and catch them on their mistakes.
Yep.
And that is the big key factor.
Yep.
I was just at the halftime. I was talking with the athletic director and the assistant athletic director over at Spaulding, and we were talking about that. And she was like, what are your thoughts? She was trying to find out where you were, Tom. And I said, yeah,
I'm here.
We're over with the Portsmouth fans. So
Cortina on the carry there, gets to the middle of the line.
So. Yeah, we were talking about the whole thing about
Max has got a comment. He keeps jawing right now. That is not going to be. So one of the things that the Spaulding offense does is they have the quarterback pitch it to the wingback coming across. Then he spins around and becomes the lead blocker. You're a 165-pound quarterback going up against some of these really big linemen, and you're jawing with those guys. Like, you're stuck in the middle of the line. They're going to take shots at you. You got to keep your cool here.
Yes, absolutely. And if you don't keep your cool, things are going to fall apart for you, just like that.
So 4-yard gain there. It'll be 2nd and 6 here for the Raiders. Getting to my PA days right there.
Yeah. And there's a quick little handoff right across the board there.
After Cortina, they get swallowed up there.
10 minutes and 56 seconds left. The clock is running.
Looks like probably a gain of 2 on that one. 3rd down here.
So, as you said, little yards help a long way. So,
generally, little yards help a long way, but you get into these situations. This Clipper Cat defense has been flying around the field lately.
Yes.
Watching those linebackers, they have been hitting holes. They want to stop Cortina. He's got 1 touchdown. They don't want to keep letting him get in the end zone. They're playing really fast right now.
And these fans, as you could hear them, they really want the Clipper Cats to win. So.
Yeah, the student section migrated their way down towards the sides of the fields here a little bit. So a little bit less of a student section right now, but it is definitely louder on this side of the field.
Yep, and now
Lindsay
here comes a handoff, and Lindsay.
Oh, sprints off
Lindsay.
I thought he had it, but number 44.
Yeah, that's a
Anthony
little different.
Flag came across. He just shed his block backwards. I thought Lindsay had the edge, but 44, Anthony Flagg, just spun off his block and got off to the edge. Good job by him peeling off and making that stop.
That was a big opportunity for Spaulding if they got that swing through. 4th down and 4 now.
It looks like they're going to go for it.
I mean, what does Spaulding got to lose? I mean, we're in the last game in the season. They're going to take a risk. They're going to risk it,
No, I think this is the right call. Like you said, this time of the season, and you're on the 40-yard line. What the heck, right?
Yeah, it's
your heart.
It's a throw in the air, and let's see if
they're going to go power side to Cortina here.
Yep, Seth Cortina is going to run it. He gets around 1, 2. The ball is down and intercepted.
Fumble
on the play.
And someone's down right now too.
Oh no.
That's what you worry about in these late games.
And who might it be?
I'm scanning some of the numbers there.
Moose is out there right now.
I think that might be Cortina that's down.
Oh no. He is a key player for Spaulding. And we're going to take a minute and we'll let them assess the situation. We'll be back here in a moment here on the MC5 Sports. And excellent sportsmanship by both sides here, Tom, as always, as we welcome you back here on the MC5 Sports as they were taking care of it. It looked like it was either his foot, he might have had a foot cramp or something going on.
It was definitely something on the lower leg, ankle, foot, calf, so he'll have to go off the field for this. It was a smart move. They went power side. Clipper Cats overloaded the power side. They went right after him. They stopped him in the backfield. He tried to push his way out of it, but Seth, I've known him for years. He always wants to try to break that tackle.
And that's not taught. That's born.
Yeah, absolutely.
You're born with that. You got to have that grit and the guts to have it.
Looks like Lime on the carry here, trying to take advantage of not having Cortina in the middle of the field.
Yep. Oh, we got another player down right here.
No, it looks like it just piled up here a little bit.
Second down.
Oh, no, we're good.
Yep.
Maybe it's just a shoe on 54.
Yeah, I think that Hunter Patch, he's trying to adjust his shoe a little bit. So
Yeah,
he
might have gotten a loose lace on that one.
Yep.
Anytime you see a player go down a little bit, you go like, hey, what's going on here? Like,
So Portsmouth has come out with a 2-back set here. They've got almost a modified wishbone. And let's see if they keep. So now they hand it off to the other guy here. That's number 26. I think that's
Damaris. Yeah, Sakaris. He was the guy that fumbled the ball the last time on that play. So
Demetrius Sakaris on that carry.
Yep.
So it looks like what they're going to do is they're going to offset these 2 backs, and they're just going to try to lead back and just try to power through here and just try to gain yards and hold on to the ball.
Yeah, and that's what they really need to do. So, but yeah, like I said,
on the outside, you just go Lambert with a great
nice play there by the Red Raiders as they slammed him down hard on that one.
Yep. The Lime tried to catch the edge. The lead back went towards the wide receiver in downfield. Colby Lambert came from the other side of the field. To pursue him from behind. That is great speed right there by Colby.
And he just came out of nowhere.
He's playing the offside linebacker to be able to make that play.
Yep.
That is great speed right there.
7:45 left to play here. 13-6 your score. Portsmouth has the ball on a second down and 11.
Second and long here. And straight pass
the
play.
Pass and looking
Plenty
for an
of
open
time.
man. Wow.
Plenty of
so
time.
much time. You could bake a cake by
where
the time.
He threw it to. I look like number 11 is back on the field there. Zach Hall just overthrew him. He had almost too much time to try to wait for a guy to get open, and that's sort of at the point where you want to say, okay, quarterback, start drifting your way off to this side. Have your receivers come this way, so that way you can hopefully get something towards the sideline.
Exactly. And I mean, he could have baked a cake or something.
It was a long time.
Yeah, I
That
know.
line
I'm even looking at my watch, going like, wow.
Yeah, that line held up really well on that one.
Third down and 11 here. Now, third down situations have been a tough thing for Spaulding, but they can bounce back if they can do this.
I'm looking at a slip screen here probably. This is 4-down territory, so they're going to try to get 5 or 6 yards, if not the first down. Hall goes in motion.
And here comes a play here.
And they're going to throw it to him. Oh, he throws it right behind him.
Wow. This is what Portsmouth
He was open,
has,
too.
third quarter.
He sat in the middle of the field, and he was open.
Portsmouth's quarterback seems to struggle here in this third quarter.
Yeah, coming out of the locker room, he seems like he's a little bit cold. His rhythm's a little bit off here.
Yeah, and I was saying something to you after the half. That's the same thing that happened in the Dover game when Portsmouth played over at Dunaway Field. And now we're back to the situation of square one as we hit fourth down and 11. 7:29 left. Clock has stopped, but no timeouts. 13-6 your score.
Yep.
And here we go. Fourth down and 11. Does he make it or break it?
Yep, here's the rollout pass.
And the rollout here.
Throws
Here's
it
a long.
downfield. Got him.
Does he have it?
Yep, got him.
He does. What a play.
Down to the 10-yard line.
Right at the 10-yard line.
Max Bonita on the reception there. That's his first reception of the game. He just ran a deep out.
Yeah.
He's been playing this edge X receiver. He ran down the field, just ran a deep out. He was wide open. He had to stretch across the boundary there to make that play, but great play by Bonita there.
Yeah, it was a well-placed play, and he got it right out of
well
bounds and just get the edge.
Almost fell over.
No, you all right?
No, I'm fine. I was leaning back to get around the camera, and I was like, lost my balance.
Here we go. First down and 10. Ball spotted on the 10-yard line. Set here and handoff.
So Spaulding kind of swarmed around him on that one. Short gain.
A little bit.
Short gain on that one. Looks like maybe a gain of 3.
Second and 6.
When you play this style of spread offense, when you get inside the 10-yard line, it becomes very difficult.
Yes.
Because you either have to do quick passes or hope the defense leaves a hole over the middle, because you don't have a lot of room for error here.
Absolutely. And
this is where Spaulding having that power offense, this comes in really beneficial for them. They go with a lead blocker that time and again.
What a tackle
Try
there.
to get into the middle, but it's just not there. Yeah, great meat right there in the middle. That looks like that was Kobe Lambert. He's coming up limping a little bit.
Yeah, you could tell right there, number 87.
Yep, Kobe's limping a little. He's trying to walk it off. I think the ref is going to send him off the field, though.
Yep.
He said he already called the timeout, so you might as well take a knee.
Yeah, they need Moose out there as quick as they can.
He came through the line and met Lime in the backfield, which was a great play for a no gain. And he went to twist him to make sure he stayed down. He tried to do a gator roll. Yeah. I think his leg just planted into this turf when he tried to gator roll there and just kind of rolled over himself just a little bit.
That's why those guys down south are such good football players, because they get to do the gator roll. Oh, my goodness, that's awesome. I was like, I would have never thought of that.
Yeah, that's what you refer to it as. When you wrap a guy up, you just take your weight and you roll over him and try to use that force to get him down.
I like that.
Different from the hip drop. So what they banned in the NFL, whereas if you grab a guy behind, you literally just drop your feet and you try to pull a guy down. That hurts a lot of knees right there.
And
looks like they still carry handoff to the line.
It's going to be end zone. Touchdown. Portsmouth.
Going to the line there. It looked like they were going to go with a pass play. It looked like it was going to be that quarterback option, and he kept it and ran right outside of those tackles and found a hole and made it right over the goal line.
All you need is just a little bit of room, and he was gone like the wind. So,
yeah. And Porter's a junior. He's one of the few juniors that are out there that I can see. So he's going to have to be contended with next year, and he's running hard this year.
And there's a snap, and kick is up, and it's going right towards the mosh, and it is good.
Trying to see if I can get any score updates here.
Out of town scores here.
Nothing's changed on my scoreboard right now. Nope. Everything looks still the same. Oh, only one new score came up here. We've got Merrimack Valley and Pembroke. Merrimack Valley's up 28-14 on Pembroke. That's a Division II game.
Yeah, the Division II has been a very interesting little setup,
Very tight in Division II right now.
Yes, it is. And, I haven't covered many Division II games in a while, but I can tell you they usually get tight situations going through,
Yeah, you have so many teams in Division I that the other divisions tend to have a lot more disparity, a lot more similarity between the teams, not disparity, sorry, where they tend to play similar offenses and defenses, so you tend to get a lot of, you have that one team that's going to be 6-1,
right,
and then a bunch of teams that are 3-3, 3-4, 4-3, so.
And taking the ball back here for Spaulding is
going to be Tyler Lindsay.
Yep, Tyler Lindsay. He's going to run this ball up. And he is known for his running game, and there he goes right there as he's taken down.
Looks like he kind of just got tripped up there a little bit. He had the space, but just got tripped up just a bit.
Do you think in a way that Spaulding, with the artificial turf, and we have, at Spaulding High School, the sod and versus artificial turf, is there a big difference?
Absolutely.
For this team, and, Ports has played on artificial turf. And then Spaulding, on the other hand, they play on the grass.
So the hard part with that is you've had Spaulding's played. This is the third game they played on artificial turf, but they played 3 home games in a row in between the other 2.
Right.
So that's hard because you get used to the grass and how it slips and how it moves. It's very easy to get your foot stuck in the turf here. Yeah. You hear that all the time in the pros where it's so much different on some of these turfs. When you're trying to play, it feels different. It's a different type of movement. Good to see Seth Cortina back into the
yes,
the game
absolutely. He is great to have him back. A couple of stretches and a drink of water, as we call it.
Yeah. But I said I've had kids play on this field time after time, and it is a fast field. It's a very fast turf.
Yep.
And you have to get used to it because the speed that Clipper Cats play with, you have to either overpower them or match their speed.
This is also a soccer field too, as well. They made it designed for both sides of the coin. So
Lambert tries to take it to the outside there. So what Spaulding's trying to do right now, specifically out of this T offense, is from what I'm trying to see is they're trying to do an outside zone blocking out of a T offense, which is kind of tough. Zone blocking works very well when you're in a single tight end set or a no tight end set. That's what Portsmouth does a lot of. You see a lot of zone blocking there because you're just trying to find matchups on the side that you're running the ball.
Yeah.
When you have trained your team all year long to power block, and then you swap that to a zone blocking, it becomes very difficult for them to sustain that for 4 quarters.
Right, exactly. And you can't in this situation.
A nice fake handoff.
And there it is right there.
So that again, this T offense, you're zone blocking. You're trying to do those little fakes and those little try to catch guys off guard. That's fine. You've got 3-4 yards off of that, but if you miss a block, you miss one block on this. It takes time to do those fakes.
Yep.
That now you have the ability for that guy to get in the backfield. So you really have to time this out and understand where those fakes are going right
now. Exactly. 4 minutes and 10 seconds left. Portsmouth 20 and Spaulding 6, and clock is running.
4th and 1 here.
And this is a big move, and we got a timeout on Portsmouth.
Portsmouth calling the timeout here. I think they want to look at that and see this same offense here, and they might try to adjust here. They might try to stack the line and try to get a stop here.
And you got to look at Portsmouth. I mean, they could run it up the middle and take a situation and make it,
I would look at that. In 4th and 1, you've got some strong guys. You have a very strong middle of the line if you're Spaulding. Take advantage of that and try to hit the middle of the field here and just get that first down, roll into the next set of downs.
Yeah, and only time will tell. We've got 4 minutes and 2 seconds left here in this.
You're not out of this game.
No, absolutely absolutely not. There is still a lot of potential to happen.
A lot of game left here.
Yeah, and you can't just say, it's 12 minutes. It's 12 minutes. No, 12 minutes is every little bit.
I mean, specifically, you've turned Portsmouth over 3 times in that first half. So you need to pick up a score here. You need to pick up the pace a little bit. Try to get down the field. Again, try to get a turnover, make something happen. This is still anybody's game.
Absolutely. Oh, my goodness. And there's
That's
a handoff.
exactly what they do. They go straight
and they're going to push right through the power.
Yep.
And they called it right there. First down.
Hit the middle of the line. Go to your strength. 4th and 1. Go to your strength.
What else you got to lose? I mean, it's the end of the season. Both teams aren't in the playoffs.
Right. But you need to have a sense of urgency. That's one of the things when you're watching Portsmouth out there. They're a hurry-up offense. They get to set right away. They get the play call. They all look for it. They're moving down the field. They want to keep everyone going. Spaulding wants to slow it down and grind it out. And going back to their good old standby offense here, I think this is a good call right now.
Yes, absolutely. As it goes through and it pushed hard. You almost lost the ball there for a second.
Yeah, the hard part when you do that straight handoff to your fullback right up the middle is that you don't have the lead blocker coming through. And so if it looks like someone from the far side of the line there, I can't tell the numbers, he seemed to just slip right through the blocks, and looks like they're trying to start to play gaps a little bit more instead of going head-to-head against the Spaulding line.
Yes, absolutely.
Which is a smart play.
And here comes Spaulding again. 2nd down and 10. Ball spotted on the 48-yard line of Spaulding. Trying to get it there. They're almost to the 50. And there's a pass by Max, and he's got a wide open. And does he have it?
Yeah, he's got the first down.
He does have the first down. Tyler Lindsay on the catch.
That was a 2-man route. Lindsay and Jackson Shapley went out for the route. They ran into each other.
Yeah.
So, thankfully Tyler was able to keep his balance and stay open there, and he got the first down. And that's a nice play call. Mix it up a little bit. You don't have to throw home run passes. You just need to make
just little quick slants.
Make passes just to keep them off guard.
Like what they were doing, like little lob, quick slants.
Yep. And like Tyler Lindsay's got great hands, so. And then right back to Cortina.
Yeah, Cortina's going to split the maybe.
Gain of 1 probably on that one.
2 minutes and 10 seconds left, clock running. Spaulding trying to push it. We can see the student section moved a little bit down.
Yeah, I'm not sure where the student section is.
The student section is actually now right in front of us, so some reason they had to move them over here today, so.
Yeah, I raised our camera angle up a little bit to stay away from him.
But it worked out good in our favor, so.
Yep. Looks like Tyler Lindsay went off the field after that one.
Yep.
So you
probably get a couple of. I see he's drinking water right now, so it looks like he's good. So they got
Locke
protection
running your fullback
formation
position.
here.
Trying to go outside to Lambert. Now they've got that well covered.
Wow.
That was
what
well
a play.
covered. That was beautiful job by
number 25.
Andrew Niley Craig. He set that edge perfectly. He tried to push him back. We talked about that earlier.
Yeah.
You can't outrun the sidelines, and if you got a strong corner out there setting the edge, you have to try to cut inside of him. You can't try to run to the outside like that.
Absolutely.
Great job by Niley Craig setting that edge, setting Spaulding back from big loss on that one.
Yeah, that was a huge play indeed. I mean, he caught him right at the legs. Perfect, good, well-placed tackle.
Absolutely.
And it was something right there.
Under a minute to go here.
Yep. We're almost to that fourth quarter. Tom's also going to check our out-of-town scores as we get ready for it. Spaulding is set here. Seth Cortina to the left as a protection formation, it looks like. And it's a fake handoff. And here comes a little quick pass right
to Lambert.
Lambert.
Wide open. That's
That was
a nice
a good play.
You just talked about that. You gain 8 yards off of that and put yourself in a better position to try to go for that fourth down.
It'll be fourth down and 7. Now here's your chance to get a first down and 10. Well, I mean, as you say, what do you got to lose? So keep on rolling.
Yeah, and you're in 4-down territory anyways. You're in the opponent's side of the field. You can't be afraid to go for it here. This is not punt time.
No, absolutely not. You need it all, and now as we reach the fourth quarter, we'll get those out-of-town scores for you. Brought to you in part by RJ Excavations.
The one big one that I see right now that's been updated is Exeter right now leading Londonderry 21-10.
So 21-10 is the score for
Exeter keeps that one up. That's still listed as the third quarter. That if Exeter can keep that score up, that's going to put them in first place.
Yep, and they're going to clinch. They're already clinched, but
they're in the playoffs. They definitely top 3 seed. They're going to have a bye.
Yep.
I don't know if top 3 if it makes a difference if you're 1, 2, or 3.
Yep.
Depending upon who's in there, but. Those top teams right now, the top 2 teams right now, Exeter and Bedford, they are by far, they're just powering through everyone. So it'll be interesting to see how they come through the rest of the season.
Yep.
Last few years, it's been Londonderry and Bedford that have been there, and Londonderry rolls and rolls and rolls and rolls, and then they make the championship game, and Bedford beats them.
Yes,
that's happened the last 2 years.
And it's the same thing with Exeter too. It's been but Exeter, they had their moments as well. With Bedford,
Yep.
And it's like the Bedford. We're gonna have to nickname it the Bedford Nightmare every time they play them. Go like, hey, I'm sorry, Bedford. Put you in that position,
Right.
but I mean, every time they play them, they could lose by 1 touchdown, and it'd be like, wow, that was an unbelievable game. It was a game of chance.
Very interesting one. This is marked as a final. I don't know if this is accurate or not because this is relied on other people scoring. But Goffstown beating Nashua South 14-6.
That is a big.
That's
one.
big for Goffstown to try to get into the playoffs, and that's a big implications on the.
Yes, and then here, wait a minute now. Hold on a second. Here is Max Drea playing the
stop running backwards.
Yeah, he's going to throw it, and it's intercepted, and there it is. Thrown into the hands.
So you didn't lose much on that, to be honest. Yeah,
No.
it's a turnover. You got to stop running backwards on that one, but you were at the 40-yard line. The interception happens at the 35. Like, you're either turnover down to the 40 or give it to them an interception on 35. Sort of like the big deal. You know what I mean? So I don't hate that interception by any stretch. I don't like the over scrambling. You have to make momentum with your scrambling, not go backwards. Great job in the pressure. Number 54, Colton Broussard, was right in the backfield right away, collapsing the pocket immediately on Max.
Yeah, it was a tough one to call. I mean, he was pressured. His front line offense.
Back to that 2-back set there.
And there's a little trip and dip, and he gets through, and there we go.
There's Demetrius Sakaris again. He's got some speed.
And that's going to be a first down and 10 for Portsmouth.
Good lead back there. They're in that 2-back set. They're showing they're going to run the ball. They're just going to go back and forth between, what was his name? I'm sorry. I forgot, folks. Lalime.
Yeah, Lalime. Yeah, number 17, Lalime. Yep.
Lalime and Sakaris going back and forth.
Hey, it's okay. I make a mistake on names, too. So, yeah, well, it is going to be first down and 10. Ball spotted on the 47.
Go.
Hands it off.
Back to the lime now. Off the
lime wrapped in.
Good job by Hunter Patch there on that tackle.
Keeping him right where he needs to be.
Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, I thought for a second that ball was going to get ripped out. I did see his hand go out as he was stretching. That'd be a chance to punch that.
They told their backs, you get 2 hands on that ball. What I'm seeing great right now from this Portsmouth line, they are fired up. They're firing out. They're getting to the linebackers 5 yards down the field. The linebackers haven't had a chance to be able to get in there. That's going to allow the middle guys to try to make a play.
Absolutely.
But if you're getting 3 guys firing off the ball, getting back to that second level, that's going to make big gains for you every time.
Absolutely. 10:33 left, 20-6 your score. Portsmouth in the lead.
Taking their time now.
Oh, yeah. They got, if they want to play it, they're going to have to play it all the time in the world.
Sakaris on the carry on the edge again. Nobody on that edge.
They got to cover that edge.
Nobody there. What they're doing is they're taking their receiver on the other side and running him in downfield, pretending to run a route. The cornerback, because they're playing man coverage, is dropping back with him, leaving that outside wide open if he gets right past that defensive end. Their offensive tackles are setting amazing edges out there, giving Portsmouth all sorts of running room. Quarterback keeper here for Brown.
And there's a handoff. Yep.
Nope, quarterback keeper Brown took it right up the middle.
Oh, it is Brown.
Yep,
oh,
caught him
okay.
off guard.
My apologies.
Great play calling right now by the Portsmouth coaching staff.
Yep. As we were talking about at the half, jobs, not job security.
Ball security.
Ball security, yes, ball security. They had to move with the ball security, thank you. And that was like a big thing, I'm so used to saying the word job security and my own work, when I'm going like, hey, they have me take this garbage out. It's called job security. So, kind of ordeal, so... But, yeah, the ball security was a big thing, and I think Portsmouth is capitalizing on it. There's a motion right there on 27 on that play. Yep. And there's going to be a first down and 10 once again.
First down and 5.
First down and 5. Okay, 5-yard penalty. 9:23 left, 20-6 your score here on the MC5 Sports Podcast and H-Tape delay coverage. I always used to say sort of live.
They're tightening it up here right now. Sticking with the run. They're going to try to power a little bit here.
Yep, little power here.
There it is.
And a little
hand off to the lime.
The lime has it, and he's going to try and get it, and he's getting met by a Spaulding Red Raider as he's taken down. I lost track of that.
Caden, Palachi?
Yeah.
Caden Palachi, number 55, he is just manhandling the left edge right now.
Yeah.
He's like, nobody's gotten out coming off that left edge anywhere near him. Number 53 on the other side is Ronan Keating, and the two of them have just collapsed those defensive ends as those offensive tackles. That's what's running this offense for this drive right now.
And the more they start flourishing that mistake, Spaulding should be responding back and saying, like, hey, wait a minute, why are they getting such wide open areas?
They're essentially running a 4-4 defense right now. 4 down linemen, 4 linebackers trying to get to those edges, and they just haven't been able to do it.
And there it is, right up the middle.
That was a good fake right there. Good ball fake. I was following the other side.
Yes, exactly. I got caught right off on that.
Right, and that was a great ball fake by Brown, keeping it and coming back to the other side.
It even faked us like up here in the booth. So 8:10 left to play here. 20-6 your score here in this fourth quarter.
Yeah, I was watching those edges and watching that end again, and both ends, I mean, those defensive ends are not moving down the field. They're just being completely outplayed by those 2 offensive tackles. Back to the 2-back set here.
And here it is.
Hands it off to the line again.
Yes, and there it is. He just goes right in. Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year right in there. Touchdown, Portsmouth.
That is just pure execution on that play.
Yes.
Pure execution. The lineman said, we are going to dominate. We're going to get you down the field. And it was nothing overly fancy. They just ran off tackle every play. And the linebackers just got taken off the play. The defensive ends were nowhere near. It's a beautiful job by them on that that series.
I hate to say this. The score kind of looks familiar to that Patriots score back close to that one. Could it happen?
That was with 4:50 left in the third quarter, though. That wasn't 7:36 left in the game. So, but, if you're Spaulding, you got to try to do something here on offense. What has worked for you on offense?
Running the ball and mainly, making sure that you give front defensive, positioning.
You got to push on that offensive line. The last two series, they've had very little push from the offensive line. They're getting beat into the gaps. I don't know if they changed their spacing on the line or what's been going on, that it's a little hard to tell from this angle, but they're getting beat in the gaps on every single play.
Exactly, and that is a huge, huge thing. The more you leave wide open space, it's like you're opening the barn door to letting all the animals out, I mean, you can't be doing that.
Yeah, it would be good to watch this game afterwards and kind of see what was going on there. See if we can get a hold of the footage from upstairs and see what was going on.
Where's Seth Cortina's mom? She was our replay booth.
She's
lady.
on the other side. I
know. Now. What's going on here? She's probably going to be watching this and going like, oh yeah, I was supposed to be here, and now
by Tyler at the 8.
Tyler's got it.
Crosses the 20 and goes nowhere
to go there. That's the thing that bothers me. If you see a wide open space, like cut around that,
Yeah, I mean it's not always easy, especially when you have 3 guys. And now if you're facing one-on-one to cut around him, absolutely get up there. There was 4 guys that were completely unblocked that just stood at the 20-yard line and said, "Please try and go ahead and get around us."
Yeah.
So I mean, again, Portsmouth is firing on all cylinders. I sort of wonder if there's been some guys that came back from injury or if they just came out with more emotion this week than they've come all season.
Yeah, I mean, maybe was it the Dover game that, could have been the factor. I told like one of the players, I said, does the Dover game give you that fuel like before this game and that fuel to continue onward? And they were like, well, we'll wait and see, as there was a tackle made there.
You have to self-motivate at this time of the year.
Yeah, absolutely.
Coaches, it's very difficult for coaches to keep guys going when you're one win, when you know you're not going to the playoffs.
Yep.
But what does it mean to you? There's a lot of juniors on this team, a lot of juniors on this line, a lot of juniors playing in skill positions. You're out there trying to prove yourself because you don't know who's watching.
Yeah, and you could have a scout just sitting around the corner.
Not even as much that. Dan Hodgson is actually the interim head coach.
Yes.
Right? You don't know if he wants to come back that next year or if he wants to go around somewhere else. You don't know who's doing what. You don't know if there's one of the other guys in the sideline there that's watching this saying, hey, we need to do this better. You don't know if there's someone in the stands. Maybe there's a guy on the Portsmouth side that wants to jump up and take a spot.
Yeah.
Who knows? You're playing for everything. You can't just sit there and give up.
Yeah, you can't just go, Coach Hodgson, he's a phenomenal coach. I mean, he's been with Summersworth, and he brought their team to numerous state championships.
They late flag on the play. They decided to call that intentional grounding. Yeah. He kind of got spun around, tried to do a jump pass, got nothing on it, and they're going to call it intentional grounding. There was no one in that area.
That is a horrible, horrible play right there. 6 minutes and 48 seconds, 27-6. Portsmouth in the lead here on the MC5 Sports. Your home for Seacoast Sports.
And if you're Portsmouth now, again, some of your better players out there have been juniors. Watching some of the guys out there. Just running off the field there's a senior, Caden Palauchi. He runs off the field, but the other tackle, Ronan Keating, he's a junior. Your big running back out there that's played most of the game. Lalime.
Yeah, Lalime, number 17 and number 26.
Yeah, Porter Lalime. He's a junior. Number 26. He's a sophomore.
Yeah, here's a little toss.
Nice throw to Lambert.
Excellent throw to Lambert.
Good throw.
He might have gotten the first down.
A little bit short, but that's a good chunk to pick up on third and long.
That is a huge play.
Yeah, so it puts you down to 4th and 5, a little bit more manageable. But that's what you need to do. You need to do routes where you get guys breaking out of their route quickly. This is one of the things that was a big criticism of Jacoby Brissett for the Patriots.
Yep.
he holds on to the ball.
Mm-hmm.
You watch him drop back. He's got guys that are open if you throw it to a spot.
Mm-hmm.
You can't wait in high school football, college football, for a guy to turn around and look at you. You got to throw it to that spot, know he's going to be in that spot, and make a play.
And the same thing happened with Max, what was it? Not Max, what's
Right
it?
there, throw it to Lindsay. Right there, see
Bang,
exactly.
right in.
Don't wait.
He might
right
have
on the
gotten
line.
it. He might have gotten it just a few inches.
He caught the ball, ran backwards, and then cut back forward. They're going to take a look at this one to try to make that first down. So, but again, that's where it was. He turned around. That was a quick button hook pass. Turn around, look, hit him. Get yourself moving forward to get to that first down.
They're going to measure this.
Yeah, that was really close. It really sort of depended on the spot. I think they made a really good spot there. It's going to be close. There's a couple of Portsmouth players laying on the ground.
Trying to look at it, and now
they got it.
I gotta love that when they
good.
do that. Bunch of players that do something like that, they go like, "Wait a minute!" They're like this, laying down, and
that's keeping their heart in the game. You know? It's senior night. They're playing for pride. They're playing for their seniors. So
I gotta love that though. When the guy was laying down, he was like trying to lay on not a product placement. It looked like he was laying on a Serta mattress there for a second in a front row position, going like, "Wait a minute, is this comfortable?"
Yeah, looking out here at some of the players that are on the field right now for Portsmouth. Zach Hall's a junior. Your quarterback, Andy Brown's a junior. Your running back's a junior and a sophomore. You've got some linemen that are still juniors. You've got a bright future for next year.
Oh, yeah,
Good
absolutely.
Tackle right there by Jacob
Portsmouth
Osier.
is gonna
Finally,
tackle.
someone got to that edge to make a tackle on there. Jacob Osier with a good job out there.
And there it is right there.
That was a good run there by Zakaris.
Yes.
Yep. They said he gets speed to the edge.
I'm always listening for that first down Raiders. I keep hearing it in my head every time when I hear your voice. But yeah, we're coming 5 minutes and 13 seconds left to our time. So, oh my God, can't believe it. 20 ball.
It's always
on the
tough
20.
when the season comes to the end.
Yeah, I know, right?
Especially when you have
so many things. And now here comes a carry by number one. He's through and finally taken down on that play. And we got a player down here for Spaulding. And that looks like number 70.
Yeah, it's Robert Bisson. Looks like he just got kind of bent backwards a little bit. Just little back issue there.
Yeah, he says he's good, and Coach Hodgson is going to come out and take a look at him.
This Portsmouth team is out physical. It was supposed to be a physical Spaulding team. So good on them, right? Good on them getting out there and making those plays. They're getting a couple of the backups in right now. Looks like Will Fagan, senior, gets to go out there and be in the backfield with Zakaris. Try to get him a carry here.
Yep. I apologize. I am holding the camera because of the whole get down thing. This is a Portsmouth tradition that's been going on for years. They get the fans into it. They get everybody into it.
Yep.
Here we go.
Just running the clock. And there's Fagan right there running the outside.
And there's a slip and dip. And does he have
Plows his way just short. Looks like he's at the 4-yard line. Flag down. I'm thinking that looks like that's in the area of holding. There's been a little bit of wrestling matches going off on those edges over there, so. Yep, holding on the offense.
And this will push Portsmouth back.
Yep.
Holding on Portsmouth 11.
This is a Portsmouth thing.
Yeah, I know. This has been going on for years since I've been in high school at Portsmouth. And they still continue it.
They didn't do that in the Stone Age when I went to high school.
Well, Portsmouth's going to back the ball up with 4:19 left, 27-6 your score. We'll get those out-of-town scores, too, as well.
Yeah, see if we got any updates here.
Any finals going on here?
Dover coming back.
Dover
right
came
now,
back.
I'm seeing fourth quarter action. Winnicott Dover tied at 21.
21-21.
Pinkerton coming back.
And where are they playing at, Dover, if I may
They're
ask?
at Dover. That's senior night
That's
in Dover.
oh, wow. At Dunaway Field, that's a big one.
Pinkerton is taking over the Alvern game. It's now 22-10 as Will Fagan takes the carry there.
Yep.
Up the middle. Salem is up on Concord 20-0 now in the fourth quarter.
That'd be a huge win in Salem.
Manchester Memorial, big turnaround year for Manchester Memorial, 20-13 over Timberlane. That's a final. Good on them. Manchester Central beating Wyndham 19-15.
Yeah.
Another big win there for another Manchester team. Manchester teams have been sort of like the doormat for years. Memorial this year, they're what? They're 5-3 this year.
Yeah, and they're going to squeak the wheel right into it.
Yeah, they've done a really good job turning things around and really maximizing their athletes there.
And
Fagan on the carry again.
Yeah, and Portsmouth's going in and just rushing it in there.
Yep, they're just gonna drive it down. 4 downs. They're gonna wind this clock down.
And there's no point in calling a timeout. I mean, you can, and just to say, to get one little good touchdown. But Dover tied at 21 with Winnicott. That's going to be a huge win if Dover takes that. As we were saying, there is no wild card in the NHIAA, but that would be something.
I mean, they need a couple of other scores to happen correctly, and I'm not sure I'm seeing things fall in their favor.
No,
I was talking to one of their juniors at school the other day. He was saying it'd be great to make the playoffs, but do you really want to make the playoffs just to go up against Nashua South?
Yeah, oh yeah.
You want to be able to make the playoffs strong to then go ahead and just have a good finish.
And there's a touchdown there for
Portsmouth on the touchdown.
What a little cut right in there.
An absolute pancake by that tackle, number 55, Caden Palucci. He just pancaked his defender, just laid him flat on his back. That sprung it free there. So.
My goodness, you're making me hungry for some flapjacks right now. Oh, man. Well, Tom, I got to tell you, with 2 minutes and 36 seconds left, since you jumped on the mic with me here on MC5 Sports, it's been such an honor, man. Seriously, to have you come on.
I appreciate it.
We need football knowledge always here on the podcast, and it's wild to just, have somebody from, who knows the game, and that kick is going to be good.
Yep.
Unfortunately, we couldn't get you the full coverage of that kick, but it's 34-6 your score. But Tom,
I greatly appreciate it. It's been a joy.
We're hoping we're going to have you back next year. So
we'll see what next year brings.
Yeah.
I've been on the sidelines before. There have been people that have asked me to go back to the sidelines.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I'm ready to do that yet or not. We'll find out.
Yeah, exactly.
We'll see what next year brings. But really excited. It was really fun, and I'm glad I got the opportunity to be out here with you.
Hey, exactly, and you
keep you in line a little bit here. Keep you motivated.
I know,
exactly. A little bit here.
I have to say, Jack Edwards, Andy Brickley, we're not to that level, but we're close.
I am no
we got
Andy
that.
Brickley.
We got that little bit going here.
I am by far. I am no Andy Brickley. Andy Brickley is a legend of the game.
Yes, exactly.
I just right now. I just want to do a little bit better than Tom Brady does.
Oh, God. Every time I look at him, it goes, hey, here's Tom, and this is Tom Brady. And you go like, well, we all know that.
It's not an easy thing to do. To sit here and watch the game and to go into a broadcasting role.
We got a timeout on the field.
Somebody had to come off the field. It looks like they had to make a substitution. So
Portsmouth's going to make a substitution for somebody.
Some of their other players in there. Looks like
number 84.
I don't have him on our list.
Maybe he's one of the equipment managers getting his first appearance.
Yeah, I have no idea. I have no idea. There's one player on the roster who is unnumbered, so it's very possible it could be him.
So here we go. Last game of the season.
The band is loud here
I know.
Right now.
They always have a big band in Portsmouth. That is one thing, and they've always gone to competitions.
One of the things I've noticed, like Portsmouth, Spaulding, always have big bands. Mm-hmm. There's always a ton of competition between them, whether it be on the football field, the baseball field,
the band,
on the bands, doing that kind of stuff.
Their basketball team, oh my God. How many times have I gone down to the gym over at the Rochester Recreation Center, and Portsmouth and Spaulding it'd be a neck and neck game, back and forth in basketball season. It would come down to like 2 points or a 1 point game.
I don't really follow much of basketball anymore. I used to a long time ago. I know going into the winter sports season, and when we talk about that consolation game,
yes,
a lot of your winter coaches don't want kids playing in that consolation game.
No.
They want them getting ready for the winter season. Spaulding has a very, very good hockey program.
Oh, yeah. This after last year, I covered the Oyster River years, and they want to come back. They want redemption. There's a lot of blood in the water for Spaulding. After that Oyster River game, I mean, Oyster River, they're still stacked. They only lost 4 players, I believe, maybe 5 out of the senior program, and they want back to back.
And out of the major players for Spaulding, they didn't lose very much.
No, and the goaltender is like phenomenal.
The goaltender, Colin McIntyre, he's a junior. Number 82, the tight end out here, Jackson Shopley, he's one of their top defenders for the Spaulding hockey program. Just another guy out there that just does good things for the program. Timeout looks like for Spaulding. I think they had too many guys in the field.
Well, yeah, we won't pause the mic. We'll keep talking here for a little bit.
So rolling into those winter sports. Now, I know there's a lot of football teams that have a lot going on here now.
Yeah.
You're going to get right into it next weekend with your first round games. Your top 3 teams are going to get a bye. It'll be interesting to see how some of these scores affect the matchups that go into the playoffs here and how that goes. But right now, the class of Division I, it's Exeter and Bedford.
Yeah,
Exeter and Bedford.
They got the bye week. They're already set for the bye week.
They're set for the bye week, absolutely.
And right now, the main focus is Dover, Winnicott. Because that's a big game. That's a powerhouse outside game there.
Winnicott should be in the playoffs. So to see if they can pull off the victory against Dover, or if Dover can sneak into the playoffs, or play party pooper, and knock Winnicott down to have a tougher first round game. That looked like that was a false start.
Yeah, and that's going to go on Portsmouth. It looks like.
No, that's Spaulding.
Spaulding.
Yeah,
okay.
absolutely.
There's always
somebody on the left side of the line just fired off the ball a little too quick.
Now that I'm down here in Portsmouth, there's a famous restaurant that's down here, the Brad Skeller. I don't know if you've ever been to it.
I haven't.
You got to go to the Brad Skeller Dinner Horn. Everybody goes down there. Oh, it's amazing down there. They make the best pizza.
I know my
not as good as Durham House. Sorry for my product placement, but yes, but they're good.
The last year in the spring they held the state. It wasn't the state championships. It was the Seacoast championships.
Yeah,
out here for Division I track, and my son competed in it. And we went out to this street taco place down in the center of Portsmouth. There are great restaurants just all over the place.
Locos Tacos, I think I know what one you're talking about. Yep.
Yeah. There's great food all over the place.
Oh yeah, that's the thing about Portsmouth. We love Portsmouth about the food.
You start in Newington and you get yourself down right into Portsmouth, and it's just great food after great food after great food.
Moxie's. I mean, they're not my. They're Moxie's.
We're just going to say all these names, and hopefully someone watches the broadcast.
There's like Wicked, for breakfast too. You have you have the friendly toast, and then of course you also got Wicked mini donuts. Of course if you're going in for a quick donut run. I mean, don't get me wrong. There's another place way up north I love is Franklin Donuts. They're open at 2:30 in the morning. You can pick up a donut.
That was the first time I saw that play in the game. And,
yes, exactly.
Sniffed it right out.
But they pick up. You can pick up donuts for $20 in cash.
Wow.
Up in Franklin, New Hampshire, and and
that's up there.
You get up at 2:30 in the morning, and you got to be there at 3:00 with the lineup. And congratulations to the Portsmouth Clippers.
Yeah, they're giving a hand to Colton Broussard coming off the field as a senior there. Again, you got under a minute to go here. Spaulding's going to punt it. Guarantee that Portsmouth is a classy team. They're going to take a knee after this.
Yep.
I think Spaulding's
going to call a timeout.
I think they had too many men in the field, or they were missing a guy in the field again.
Exactly.
With that one, so. It's always a great moment to have your senior night, to have a good senior night, be able to have your seniors, be cheered off the field.
Oh yeah, and what was it? The player that got hurt and from Spaulding. I'm trying to think of that. You said that it was his last game when they were playing against Dover.
Jonas LeVake.
Jonas LeVake, yep.
He's actually upstairs, up at the top right now, filming the game.
Yeah, I'm amazed he hasn't come on down here to give us
I should have called him down.
Yeah, we had an extra little mic for him, a little clip mic. We could have had him come on and be
He's
like...
still a high school kid. He might have said something embarrassing. Who
Yeah, I know.
knows?
We could have had a chance to have him come on the mic here for a little bit.
But, I mean, and that's the good thing, especially if you have seniors that haven't got a ton of playing time, whether it's due to one factor or another, having them to be recognized, have that last game. That's why I'm 100% in favor of have your last game be your last game.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, if you make the playoffs, great. You earned the playoffs. You made the playoffs. But these moments are far more special of having that senior day, having that home game, having that last hurrah.
Yeah.
Rather than then going on and say, okay, let's play another game here because now that's your last hurrah. And it's
Right.
Like, it kind of cheapens the experience a little bit, in my opinion.
Yeah, exactly. It gives you that little spark. Okay, we got next year.
Yeah.
Some of these seniors on both teams don't have that next year, but they make what's due with it. So
Looks like Spaulding decided to pull the punt team off here and just run one more play.
Yep. And here we go.
Nothing to lose. Just run that one
and they're
play.
going to try it, and he scrambles, and what else has he got to lose? Is he just taken down again?
A little bit of a hard hit there, a little unnecessary.
Yeah, I think it was just more along the lines. Portsmouth is going to pick up their first win. 37 seconds left, 34-6 your score. Not the Patriots score, but of the Atlanta Falcons series, but it's close enough.
Seeing all the seniors walk out on the field now for that last snap
of their season, and some of these kids are all going to be playing basketball. Some of them playing hockey for Oyster River on both sides. So
that's one of the things you got to remember. This is a co-op team. This is both Portsmouth and Oyster River that play for what's referred to as the Clipper Cat team here. And so there's some Oyster River kids out here as well, too. You want to give them credit for, because they got to travel. They got to travel from Oyster River to Portsmouth for those practices.
Some of them are from Barrington, too. So it's,
absolutely.
Because Barrington covers Oyster River.
Yeah, Barrington has school of choice. They can either go to Oyster River,
Dover,
or Dover. But
or they could go to Spaulding. That's going to do it. And
some great moments out there in the field, watching some of these seniors hug each other.
Yeah, and showing respect.
What it's really about there is just finishing off that last year. Hats off to Portsmouth winning that last game, getting their first win of the season.
Yeah, Tom, this is a great honor, as always.
Thanks, my friend. I appreciate it.
And that is going to do it. One more time for our shout-out sponsors here on the MC5 Sports Podcast Stage. Collect Cheeks, Bob's Automotive Towing, Durham House of Pizza, 40 Main Street, Durham, New Hampshire, Carlos Advisors, LLC, Boston, Massachusetts, Hayden Sports, RJ Excavations, Toys in the Attic, and Sweet Meadows Flower Shop. And also a shout-out to our friends from Grimshaw Arts and Cartoonists. They wanted to be shouted out here on the podcast. They're from Rochester, New Hampshire. The former art teacher that was from there. So you guys have a good night, and we'll see you during hockey season on the MC5 Sports Podcast NH.
See ya.
Have a good one.